Welcome to the Stronghold.
A shop in Fishwick Markets that I've been working my way through their hazy section, and there's some really cool labels in there.
Okay,
I'll
first
keep
session
an eye
5.
for future.
Independence in there.
Yeah.
Spice themed beer.
Anyway,
Yeah.
You could move your Kaylee?
yes.
Yes, cool. Okay. We are recording, we are live. This is the first session of Firefly, Echoes of War. And Wedding Planners, it is called. Planners, yes.
Okay.
It is plural. You are not the planners, I don't think.
I was like, we're going to do a great job.
I was
so
excited
for a second.
You know.
Okay, so you just finished another job for Badger. And you're on your way back to his office, so...
Is Badger getting married? Okay, no, sorry.
No.
Doubt it.
Located below street level, Badger's office is filled with all manner of junk. Fishnet hangs from the ceiling, a pin-up girl adorns one wall along with signs with Chinese characters. Badger sits in a leather office chair behind a desk made of overturned crates. His desk is cluttered with old-timey objects, such as an apple peeler, 2 types of scales, an old-fashioned office phone, wire baskets stuffed with papers, and a funny-looking lamp, among other things. 4 armed goons are in attendance. Badger wears his usual bowler hat, a shabby suit, no shirt, a vest, and a tie. He sports a fancy pocket handkerchief and a dusty plastic flower in his lapel. He leans over, looks at Malcolm, looks at the other crew. Job finished?
Yep. Absolutely, Patrick.
I see. He moves
Very
the payment across the desk. There is 500 credits on the table.
I'll hold on to that.
I take that from Jane,
Wait,
like,
what was
immediately.
What was the job that we just finished? Like, do we have any context for that job?
No, not really.
Okay, cool. So we're just blindly accepting the money. Okay, cool.
Yep.
Absolutely.
All right. Yep.
We did the job. That was all that mattered.
We got the money. Sweet.
I have another job if you're interested. It's an easy one.
So we actually get to know what this job is this time.
Yes.
Jobs are never easy with you, Badger.
Well, they can be. Depends how you go about them, I suppose.
Have you ever gotten an easy job from this one? Not that I've been on.
I'm always just fixing the ship after you guys break it, doing jobs for Badger.
I'm not the one that breaks it, thank you very much.
Is this job on world or off
Usually
world?
Jane.
It's off-world.
Where is it?
Well, it's starting here. It's a chauffeuring job. You got a
Passengers,
stepdaughter,
we love passengers.
stepdaughter of some well-to-do land baron on Vesperone. It's a wedding. You go onto a luxury cruise liner called the Rim's Dream. Interested?
Oh, please, Captain.
Sounds like my kind of gig. What's the pay?
500 credits. Simple delivery job.
Sorry, what's the ship we're going to?
Rim's Dream, it's called. Only the super rich go there. You'll be lucky. You'll be put up for the night, I believe, is his plan.
What's the crew's thoughts on this one?
There's a catch somewhere. Why would you pay 500 credits to just
Well,
pick
they're
someone
rich.
up and take them somewhere else?
Yeah, but they're rich, so he's probably overcharged them. He's probably making a lot more of it than we are.
Why, just with no offense intended, why would a rich person hire us?
Unless they just need someone with a ship with a lot of cargo space that we just happen to have.
Yes, for secret cargo that they don't
You
want
could
us
want
to
us
know
just
about.
for a charm. Come on.
Jane.
Alright, so there's been a few threats to kidnap the daughter. And the Baron thinks
Sounds
that
about right.
she'll be safe on Serenity, you know. No one would dream that she would be caught dead on your garbage scroll.
Hey, what do you
There
mean?
we go. I like there being a reason.
It sounds dangerous, sir.
Well, danger's my middle name. Let's do it. We could do with some more beer on the ship and food, I guess.
Food is good.
What if she brings fancy alcohol with her?
We'll take it.
What if she has pretty dresses?
Good. Baron will pay you on arrival. There is a time limit. You have to be there within the week. She'll be dropped off at your ship in the next few hours.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah. Alright, see you when you get back here. Good luck.
We should have more questions for this bit.
Okay. Heading back to Serenity.
Yes.
Yep.
While I'm walking, can I Google who this Baron is?
Sure can.
He's a land baron. Which land? Or which planet?
You can look it up when you get back to the vortex on the ship.
Yeah. Also, is something that happened as we walked back? Did I skip a scene? I thought maybe it might have had a tablet or something.
So
I think it's ship based.
you look up who the father is of Lilianna Fairchild. I did say her name, didn't I? No, I didn't.
No,
Did I?
that's okay.
None of
You
us
were given her
asked.
name.
We
You
asked
did
about
say it was
their
Lilianna
dad
Fairchild.
first, so.
We figured that, she just introduced herself when she got
Hmm.
on.
Yeah. We should have asked whether she was willingly being delivered.
We can
Well, it
ask
could be
her when she
arranged.
gets
Yeah,
home.
yeah,
Might
yeah.
not be.
If she found her gagged, we'll know.
Yeah.
His name is Baron Optimus Fairchild.
I have more questions, but go on.
Um,
From planet whatever.
He's a land baron from
Is he a
Persephone?
cyborg
Is he a land baron on Persephone?
or a robot? Is he just a
Think so.
robot?
no, he's human. He's in his 60s. You've seen a picture of him. He's tall and muscular, deeply tanned, iron grey hair, and deep wrinkles.
Doesn't sound like Optimus.
They are on Vesperone. They do herd cattle, is their main way of earning money.
They could pay us in cattle.
They have the
We can track
biggest
the people up.
ranch. on the White
500
Sun.
credits of cattle.
White Suns on Core Planet.
We can go back, then we can find out where they are. If we go back later, it's still more.
Is it a cool planet?
Actually, yes, if they pay us in it, then we'll have to go to their cattle yards,
Yeah,
and then we'd know where they all are.
that's
so.
right. There's still more.
So that's the base level that you get. If you are searching for more information, you do have to do a roll for that.
Is there anything on the daughter online? Is she like her a celebrity in her own right, or is it just listed on the?
She is known, Lilianna Fairchild. Okay. You see a picture of her. She's about, she is 22 years old. You can see that. A stunning blue-eyed blonde, tall with elegant figure. She lives on Vesperone as well. She is technically the stepdaughter of the land baron Optimus Fairchild. She grew up in Vesperone. Now it looks like she's being married off, from what you can see.
I'd really like to know the backstory of how she became his stepdaughter.
Well, more than likely her dad died, and maybe in the wars,
Well,
and obviously mum remarried.
but there could be something a bit more exciting than that.
Could be.
We can ask her.
Or we could go snooping on the internet for her personal details. It's
What about if any of us know more information about the Baron? Like, surely this wouldn't be the first time one of us would be hearing about it.
Surely we've stolen cattle from him before.
how many barons are there really to steal cattle from?
Yeah, I know.
There was have to roll for more information on it. So, would you like Jane to roll?
Yeah. See, and
Can I ask my mum about him?
Probably. Inara's not with you, is she currently?
we'll just put it back on the ship still.
Yeah.
Well, didn't we go back on the ship
Yeah,
to do the
we're on the
video?
ship doing.
Yeah, so she'd be in, yeah. He did say we could ask them if we.
Yeah, she or Simon would be the most likely to know like posh people on Central Planets, right?
True.
I mean, that's a good point. Would I have heard of this baron before?
I don't know how respected doctors are actually in the verse. I mean, he's quite a well-to-do.
And
chap,
he was
right?
he was quite a high end doctor too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've heard of him, but not too much otherwise. But yes.
I'd love to know if we know of, like, is there anything on Google
The cortex.
about who, the cortex, about
Space
who
Google.
may have a grudge against him?
Quite possibly. It'll be a roll.
Yeah.
So
What
it's
do you want to roll?
it's a mental plus no social or influence. depending on what you're looking for and who's looking it up, I suppose, as well.
No, that's actually sure. Oh, I have celebrity gossip.
Yes.
That definitely helps.
Yeah. So I got right. So 2 8s. Oh god, there's 3 8s now. I'm not about. No.
If I want to help with this, how do I do that?
It's an excellent question. How was? Can't remember how you assist as such. I'm pretty sure there was something that we read in the rules.
Yeah, there was, but
Yeah.
that's me because I didn't let them do that in the one shot. You're like, no helping. I was like, oh, can you assist? Yeah, just roll. It's no good. There is no consequences in this 2.5 hour one shot. We're gonna make it work.
Can I like blend a relevant die?
I think that's how it worked.
I have mental 10.
Oh, that is how it works.
Yeah.
It was so. It was like if you only had mental 8,
Yeah. So I can
You
change
could
it.
get-
One
you
of
could
my 8s to your
take-
10.
you could take a
Think
die.
So
But did it? You get to roll the original die as well, and then you just take the higher? Or no, that you just.
Yeah, because
swap?
you've got to take the 2 highest anyway. So if I roll 4
Oh yeah.
with your 10,
Yeah.
I only get the top 2 anyway.
yeah, we just have it slightly better.
7, so 14.
14. Okay. What was it that you're looking up exactly?
Any known enemies, I guess.
Yeah, like gossip.
Yeah, gossip
Anything
for
that's
enemies.
Yeah.
You know, threats that have been made or whatever against the Baron or his daughter, stepdaughter.
That then made it into like trash magazines on the internet.
Because
Well,
I like
like,
trashy
you
magazines.
know,
Yeah.
blogs where they go, oh, we hate her.
Yeah. Or him.
For leaving her previous spouse.
Does he have a stepson or a son?
Also, we should try and figure out who. Do we know what is happening when we deliver her off yet? Or
She's getting married.
did we get told she was getting married?
We know that there's been threats, death threats.
Yeah, so he said that we're to deliver her
Kidnapping
to
Kidnapping.
the Rim's Dream, where she's going to get married.
Okay, because the question is, who is she getting married to?
Good question. Yeah, who's she getting married to?
Is that what your roll is for now, or?
Oh, I got to roll twice for that.
Well, it's a different search.
Yeah, okay.
What's
You
the
want-
The
answer to
first
the
one
roll?
didn't come
I
up
think
with
we can
anything.
ask her
Oh.
who she's getting married to. I feel
I
like
think
that
that'll be-
doesn't
it's-
require
it's a
us.
I
really-
also think
No.
we need to know everything, and we can't have any patience to wait.
Don't trust.
What if she lies to us?
Everybody lies.
Yeah, I feel like basically we should just be like a really cynical bodyguard crew who would just like get her from A to B.
Oh, come on, are you kidding me? I'm just going to go,
This is why we keep you in the engine room.
I don't know if we can possibly keep her in the engine room.
No, this is so
When
exciting.
there's
It's a rich
A
person.
baron's daughter.
Captain, I told you that room needs lights.
Nice.
Did any,
Actually, she'd be good for getting information out of her.
Yeah, because I'll be the doting fan.
Yeah.
were we doing anything on the way to the ship, or did we just go straight to the ship?
I'm assuming you went straight to the ship.
So we've just been cortexing this whole time?
Yeah.
Cortex. Good.
Well, I guess we had a couple of hours before
Googling.
the delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Delivery.
what we want to happen is like we want to be deep in like the back pages of the cortex, searching her up when she walks in.
All of us
Full
are on one
tabloid
screen.
press.
What particular area do you plan on looking in?
In the gossip, the
What's the Facebook
names?
version of Cortex?
Does she have a TikTok?
I bet she does.
Surely she's an influencer of some sort.
She would have to be.
So did we find any more information out, or are
On
we
what?
just all standing around the
So
cortex?
Sounds like it.
apparently there's
Captain
nothing,
Silent Search.
there's nothing online at all about any enemies, which is unusual.
Alright, so I guess we're just hanging around the cortex until she comes aboard.
I guess the ship, remind me, it has like quarters for
Yes.
anyone we bring on board.
Correct. There is the crew quarters, and you've also got guest quarters, which is in a
Could you
different
not
section.
put like cameras in the guest quarter?
Let's not do that.
I volunteer.
There's no cameras on the entire
You can
ship.
babysit it.
Just from a moral standpoint, I'm going to start with not putting cameras in the guest quarters. But I am
Okay,
wondering
maybe not
if
cameras,
there-
maybe a microphone.
I'm wondering about
Do we have a
the-
budget for a microphone?
like I think what Zoe would be up to is kind of thinking about like securing, like this journey needs to be secure. I think we're all a bit suspicious of it. So if the goal is to keep her safe and get her from A to B, I have no real control over the flying or the engine, like getting us there, but maybe securing parts of the ship that she might be in,
Yes.
or the ship itself.
So you can secure down the guest quarters can be locked down and things like that.
Yeah. Okay. So that's like a system
And
we
you,
already
you
have
need to
in
go
place.
give your husband a bit of a talking to play right.
Yeah. Yeah. I go and tell him.
Okay, well, while she's not doing that, perhaps I should go and make sure the engine's okay.
Yeah, when you were searching her, did you find out whether she was like liable to get, motion sickness?
I don't think it told me that.
Okay.
No.
So,
Is there no health issues with her?
Can we research the ship that we're going to?
Oh,
the Rim's Dream,
Cruise ship?
absolutely you can.
Good idea.
Look it up.
Have any of us already heard of it? Is it like a big deal?
You have heard of it, yes. It's just for the ultra rich.
It's a party boat.
That's what we really know. But
Would
it is
we-
the go-to destination. It has like 10 different levels, 12 different levels. 12 different levels. You've got a gambling area, you've got your first class, second class, third class dorms and things like that. Hangars, it's got its own docking bay. It's huge.
Would the Baron be like the level of rich to be able to afford sending someone there?
100%. Especially, they're holding the wedding there, so yes.
Oh.
Did we find out who she's married?
No, we said we were going to ask her.
Templeton Steel.
Templeton Steel.
You did look it up. Jane looked into it because he's curious.
See, that also sounds like a robot.
I look like him.
Templeton Steel. There is a picture of him online.
He's a rat.
And was there any information about?
Templeton Colt Steel, sorry. He's in his 50s, black hair, and wears a slicked back. His pale complexion and oddly colourless eyes. He's relatively good looking, well dressed, manicured, and clean shaven. He is, as one might imagine, good with a gun, as he is an arms dealer.
Oh.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah, they forgot to mention that, didn't ya?
Yeah, I feel like it's a very key detail.
So any of the enemies that we might be dealing with could be his enemies rather than hers.
Yeah, so it's not so much the father, it's the hubby-to-be.
I'm also a little bit
They're all
concerned
rich
about
people.
whether
True. They're probably worth a pretty penny when they're ransomed. We could ransom her. Get more than 500 credits.
do we want the arms dealer after us?
No, okay. Probably not.
Maybe one of her pretty dresses could go, awry, and then we could sell that.
What? I could keep it.
I'm not even going to argue with you on that point.
We all out of questions?
Cool.
Yeah, so.
So Shepherd Book was watching out the front, and he comes back in and it's like, we have visitors. You're all heading out?
yep. That's all
Yeah.
about.
Okay. All a metal ramp leads to the ground, and you do see a limousine arrive,
Well, that's not giving it away, you.
and another limousine behind that pulls up. You do see what you'd believe to be Lilianna Fairchild step out of the car.
The first or the second?
The first one.
Does anyone exit the second car?
The luggage?
How much luggage does she have?
The second car rocks up. and a couple of people start unloading luggage.
I think we did get like extra storage spaces, so we can.
I can all go in.
Wouldn't it be more like, hey, whoa, what's that?
Can we inspect inside the luggage?
2 other people flank Lilianna Fairchild. The ones unloading the luggage get back in the limousine and they leave. And they move forward. And Lilianna greets you. She's like, "This is the ship that I'm travelling on? The Serenity, was it called?"
The deal was for you, not your luggage. So
Oh,
I don't have room for that on my ship.
I
Oh,
do
Catherine,
need
you
it
can't
all.
expect a lady like this to travel without a luggage.
You want
This
room for this
is-
cuddle?
This is what ladies typically like. This is honestly a small amount.
A
Right.
small
something
around
like
is
this.
2 bags, not a truckload.
You know how much a Nara carts around.
She looks around the group and she looks at Jane and is like, "Can you please take these aboard?"
Oh, I'll do anything for you.
Why, thank you. A man steps forward. That was standing next to him. He looks like he's in his early 30s. Ebony black skin, African heritage. Shaves the elegant shaped head, which makes the brown eyes seem even larger than they are. Tall and very muscular, and has a sword strapped to their back.
Okay.
He's like, "Is this ship secure?"
This is the most secure ship in the whole starport.
Is it now? Very well. I am Asante Okoro, her bodyguard. I'll be travelling with her.
Well, the deal was for her, not for you, buddy.
It's either I come with her or we do not leave at all. And her wedding planner as well, Nova. It's the other lady sitting next to her on the other side.
Tell me your luggage isn't as much as hers.
Oh, what? I just have the bag. It's fine.
Alright.
I'm gonna like lean into Mal and just quietly say like something doesn't smell right to me, sir.
I know, but those 500 credits tasting good right now. What
That's all we
concerns-
got paid for the last job. This one's got to be more.
We can bargain at the end. Maybe these bags have money in them. Jewels.
Okay.
Maybe one
While
of
I'm
them goes
carrying the
missing.
bags in, I'm checking what's locked and what's not locked. And
Just take note of which ones are the heavier ones when putting them in.
Liliana's bags are not locked.
Okay, cool. As maybe if you're like snooping through bags and stuff, assuming that we can kind of walk on the ship, everyone's happy for me to start. Like, I was gonna walk on the ship, maybe try and get a side word with Lilianna, just to be like, you can sense having these folks travel with you.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
All right, welcome aboard Serenity.
Thank you. Did have something prepared if Malcolm wasn't playing, but if you want to say it, you don't have to.
Okay. Meals are taken in the dining area. Kitchen is pretty much self-explanatory. You're welcome to eat what there is anytime. What there is pretty standard fare. I guess protein in all the colours of the rainbow. We do have sit-down meals. Next one being about 1800. You're welcome to visit the dining area at any time. Apart from that, I have to ask you to stay in the passenger dorm while we are in the air. The bridge, engine room, cargo bay are all off limits without an escort.
How do they respond to that?
Santi nods, and the others just. Yeah.
so,
Asante is like, "Can we see where we are staying for the trip?"
Has anybody got a minute to escort them around?
Yes,
Anybody else?
Jane, you go with her.
I can show you to your room.
Actually, both of you go. Fame
If I-
girl, see if you can get some more information out of it.
Because I was going to just plonk myself down the stairs and
If I size up Asante with his sword on his back, how is he? Is he? Could I take him?
oh, you got to compare muscles.
Probably
You're
similar.
just standing next to him, like trying to stand a bit tall.
Yeah, just like trying to build himself up.
He just looks
like-
you up and down and then ignores you. Just so you know, all the bags, you did take them into the cargo area where they are typically stored. All belongings are kept in there.
Excellent, you can snip through them later.
Yeah. Does Lillian look like well, healthy? Is there anything?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
It's absolutely fine.
I'd get them to their quarters and get this ship moving as fast as we can. Longer they're stinking up our ship, longer we're being trapped, I reckon.
Agreed.
Once we're away from them,
Ooh.
I do have a
This is it.
thought that we probably should, open the bags, have a little rummage.
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you take note of which ones were heavier by chance, or?
Yeah, I checked them out. They're all unlocked and no, the bag I want to go to.
Can we steal some of the stuff out of the bags? Is that a thing?
How about we
Just check
search
the
through
bags
and
Steal?
for, like,
decide what to
explosives or
steal?
anything, or weapons?
You can definitely search the bags.
Alright, do we want to search the bags?
I reckon we can even tell them we're going to do that. I mean, unless you want to steal stuff, in which case we shouldn't. But, like, genuinely, like,
I
we're
don't-
supposed to be taking care of it. We can always just say, like, as a security thing, we're going to look through your stuff. But, like, you could be there while we do it if you want or something.
My morals are pretty.
Okay.
I can.
So he doesn't even raise it. I know the crew, like, it's fine. I'm not even. I'm going to go and tell Wash to get the ship going, I reckon.
Excellent idea. Sure thing, honey. Let's get going.
Fly true. So yeah, I'm off doing that.
Okay. Okay, is the plan to search the bags? So Lilianna, the bodyguard, and the wedding planner are all settling into their rooms at the moment.
Oh, do we know how long the journey? I'm gonna ask Wash, like, oh, honey, how long do you reckon the journey will take? We got a week to get this done, so I need you to fly fast if it's necessary.
We should get there in about 4 days, I'd say. 4 days.
All right, just keep us on track and let us know if that starts to deviate for any reason.
Will do. Should be fine.
Sorry, back to bags.
Sorry, I'm just going to
Okay, searching the luggage. Whose bag are you going to go through first?
Actually,
Who is searching through the bags?
just for like efficiency's sake, one person has one bag and someone else has like 20. So maybe if we start with the one of the wedding planner.
Yep, wedding planners?
Did the bodyguard bring anything on apart from his sword, or does he have bags?
Yes, he had a bag as well.
So there's his bag, the wedding planner's bag, and then dozens of others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think personally the bodyguard's bag sounds interesting.
Are there any particular bags that look out of place?
Not really. They seem more typical fare.
Can I move to a
Skills are
point
in.
where
In
I'm?
front of the camera, Lucas.
Can I move to a point where I'm blocking if the guests come out of their room, stopping them from going into the other room where everyone's searching through the
100%.
bags?
Well, do
I'll,
we
I'll
want to
pick up my
them?
souvenir later.
I think we lock them into that area so they don't go walking around the ship.
Yeah, so basically from their guest quarters, they've only got the
Meal area?
the meal area.
Pretty
in the
sure they
kitchen.
weren't allowed in the cargo bay or anything.
Yeah,
Is
so
that
that
Yeah.
corridor
Yeah.
would be locked off
Yeah.
easily.
Yep.
So we just double check that it is locked before
Yeah.
we start
Mhm.
running through.
Well, I start on Lilian's luggage. You've got Nova's.
Nervous?
Nova is the
The wedding
wedding planner.
Oh, yes.
I want to start looking through Lily's because I don't know where we guess them.
Who's going to do Asante's?
I will.
He could mess
Good
you
on you,
up.
Mal.
Everyone was like, I'm gonna eat, sorry.
Whose bag are we going through? Who's going through his bag?
Everyone's going through everyone's bags.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And by that,
Yep.
I think Jane was starting. with-
I'm starting with Lilian's bag. So
Alright, it's a mental plus notice or social and influence. Jesus, okay.
I can. Is it 2 dice that I get to roll?
You get to, depending on what your abilities are, you get multiple, but it's the highest 2 dice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do I get a 6? A 6 as a base. Yeah.
And then you're adding.
And then I add, and I get to take 5. Not a good roll, but I search the first one of Liliana's bags for a 5.
5. You don't find anything.
Oh, shucks.
Okay.
Nothing suspicious.
Nothing suspicious as such. Just clothes. Lots of clothes.
Right.
Okay.
Can I have a look through Nova's?
Absolutely. You're the star of the show, are you, Lucas? Hmm?
Seven.
7. Okay. You're going through the wedding planners.
Mm-hmm.
You do find a machine pistol.
Mm.
When you're going through it.
In the wedding plans.
Yep.
Okay.
Can I have a... Actually, I might, like, bring it over to Jane. Or, yeah, probably, and
Yeah.
go, like, how... Does this look like this has been used?
Can I examine it?
Absolutely. It'll be a mental notice, I'd say.
Mental notice?
But you're good
Yeah,
at
it
that.
doesn't help.
I mean, yeah.
It's a 9.
It's brand new.
It's
Hasn't
brand-
been touched, really. Not even fired once by the looks.
So she could have got it as defense when she found out about the threats and stuff.
Can I strip the pistol down and remove the firing pin?
Absolutely can. Then you're going to put it back in the bag without it?
Yep. Completely non-functioning machine pistol. That's the way I like it.
That's going to bite us.
I don't think this woman knows how to fire a gun. I don't think we want her firing it around us.
Yeah,
That's valid. Alright, who's next? Who's going through other bags?
Mal was going through the
Yep.
Asante's, wasn't it?
Asante, they... Well, you already went through Asante's?
No.
Nope.
Or was it?
No, Jane tried to go through Lily's, but
Yeah.
4 to 5.
Asante.
All I found was some lacy underwear.
Pantaloons.
I
That's
feel
why
like
you
that would have been a
see shit.
victory for Jane.
see what
They were just
happens.
on the top of loads of other stuff and you just stopped at that. You were like, well,
It's
This is as far as I'm getting.
The real question is,
Shucks!
were they Jane's size?
He'll make him his size.
What did you find? I missed that.
Lacy
Lacy
underwear.
underwear.
I had a feeling. It came up on the last 2 playthroughs too, Jane going for the underwear. Yeah. Okay, what you get?
Alright, what am I rolling for this one?
Depending on what your stats are, it'll be a mental plus notice, social, or influence, depending on what works for you. Sorry, did I wake you up?
Mental, social, what was the other one?
Mental plus notice or social plus influence?
Yeah.
and you always get a 6 as well.
My test, I'm doing that.
I've forgotten how to roll.
So it's mental or social, it doesn't really matter. But then it's influence or notice. So
Probably
influence
that one.
is, so probably go social influence.
Okay. So rolling a 8 and a 10.
Yeah, and then it's whether you have anything else, but I don't think so.
Alright, cool.
You get just a base 6 dice with this system.
That's what. Do you just take the dice literally mental plus notice, or is there? So you're already
That's
rolling.
what I did, but I don't know if that's right.
What's that?
I just rolled the mental plus notice dice at 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You only add your 30 so you can get your distinctions.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
I'll see what I did there. I confused
Oh, that's
myself.
7. 7 and 7.
So the bodyguard's name is Seth, sorry,
Oh.
and the wedding planner is Nova.
Oh, so
Who's
I chose, I said the wrong name for a different person.
Oh, that's cool. I guess we-
Save confusing myself down the line. Seth is the bodyguard, Nova is the wedding planner.
Maybe he goes by Asante to some people.
That's his cool bodyguard name.
Yeah. In his bag, you find a name tag just saying Seth, and you're like,
Liar.
Seth.
Alright.
What we get?
7, 7.
7. So 14. Okay. All right. You find a war medal in his bag.
Ooh. From what war?
Oh, I was going to say, would you know, was it Brown Coat or Alliance or?
Correct. It is an alliance.
Ooh. Do we have a cool alliance? Oh no, he's alliance. Damn it.
Yeah, we're browncoats. Oh, no, we're not. I'm not. You are.
I'm not either, but you might be in trouble.
Right.
Oh, gross.
Would either Zoe or Malcolm know what kind of metal it is?
Conspicuous war metal.
It's
Conspicuous
awarded
For
for being
conspicuous
conspicuous.
valor.
Yes.
I was gonna say, is there more meaning to this?
As in, like,
brain's just
a
product
fake
concentrating
war
out.
medal?
Oh yeah, what makes it conspicuous?
Trying to
Does he
find
have
where
stolen
it's,
valor?
I'm amazed that you
That
get medals
would
for
be
that.
inconspicuous.
I swear it says it somewhere. It doesn't say it in his. Just says he's got the medal in his duffel bag in a plain cardboard box. It doesn't say what it is though on his character sheet.
Does it have like a name on or anything?
A name?
Like his like do we know it's his or could it be?
No, it does
okay,
not.
so we should
No.
not jump to wild conclusions.
Well, is that the one that says Seth on it and we go,
Yeah. Who is this? Hey Seth, here's your stolen valor medal. Enjoy.
so either his name is actually Seth or he's like pretending to be cooler than he is.
Was there anything else in that bag?
No. Just some sets of clothes and that was it.
Like practical stuff.
Okay. Is it going to make a difference if I take another look through Lily's bags?
No. Keep searching through the bags, just more clothes.
Okay.
Is that someone else's?
Yeah, it was mine.
Can we go to the cortex and look up Nova and Seth?
Oh, it just stopped. That's so annoying. 40 minutes in, you failed. Sorry? Ian, you're looking up Seth in the cortex. Absolutely can. The bodyguard?
Yep.
Okay.
Says here he got a medal for being conspicuous.
He is from Desperone as well. If you want to give us a roll, there isn't much on him on the surface that you can find.
Is this a social influence one?
Yeah.
Yes, you're a terror for that. And
Your move, Cap.
7.
Silver Citation Starburst for Bravery Under Fire. That's the medal.
Bravery under fire.
So in other words, you were shooting at him and you missed him.
Or in other words, he was dumb enough to get shot at without ducking down.
I guess.
He was originally working on the Baron's ranch before he joined the Alliance to fight in the war.
Gross.
And then he returned to Fesperone after the war. He was wounded in the battle.
Does it say how he was
I guess
wounded?
that makes sense that, I mean, not for him specifically, but like presumably rich people now can't be too like anti-alliance, right? Like,
It is recorded in a news article that he saved the Baron's life at one stage when a drunken ranch hand tried to slit his throat. Impressed by his skills and courage, he hired him as a personal bodyguard. Yeah, that's all you can find on him.
What if we search up the wedding planner?
The wedding planner.
The one with the machine pistol.
did we ask what the handover of this person is supposed to look like? She's just going to get off our ship at the other end? We don't have to meet anyone, right?
We weren't really given any detail.
Yeah, we just told to get her there. We can always ask.
The wedding planner would know what to do.
That's what I was
Yeah.
Is it worth like asking the wedding planner anything about what we're walking into or?
Yeah, we got 4
or not?
days, technically.
That's true. Yeah, theoretically, this is just going to be a very quiet 4 days when nothing happens.
Yeah.
Wait, can I ask,
the
has that
reasons the
ever
alliance
happened
turned
on
up and-
any job you've ever had?
Yeah, there's always an optimist.
Because I've never seen it just be.
on dreams. Doesn't sound like Zoe.
No, it doesn't. Sounds like Katie.
Did you do a roll?
I can do it
On the
as well.
surface, you do find her wedding planner website
Yeah.
with
That
her
would
details.
be like
Does
a
it look
mental notice or no?
Yes. Mental notice.
14.
14. Okay. So yes, she has been in the wedding planner business since at the end of the war. Sorry. Quite prestigious from what you're reading on the website. Many high-profile people that she's done weddings for, and now she's being hired by the Baron, which you can see over the tabloids and the news articles and stuff.
In the tabloids, is there any like gossip on why someone might not like the idea of this wedding?
No. What you do find is that she's quite looking forward to the wedding, and the entire family is, on the surface.
I think
I'd love to see a wedding planner go, I am really not looking forward to this wedding planning.
This will be the worst.
It's gonna be real shit. It's
shitty.
not my best
It's
work.
gonna suck.
I have tried my best, but this bride is a Godzilla.
It's an absolute dog's breakfast.
Does maybe someone want to go talk to the bride to be, and just like see what her vibe is for the wedding and stuff? Like he's pretty old. Like
Oh, the
Yeah.
battery died, but it's plugged in.
Yeah,
Nope, there goes the AI.
in my experience, it's generally not the first
It's
choice
It's
of
obviously an arranged marriage.
oh, also and maybe finding out who's like in what form the kidnapping. Like just we should just go talk to them. Someone should go talk to them.
Well, I mean,
we don't want to overwhelm them.
Seth may know that, although he might be a bit guarded about it.
Yeah. Well, presumably they're all together unless
Yeah.
we like get them apart somehow. But like, I feel like probably just knowing what we're potentially flying into would be good.
I'd like to know how the marriage was arranged. How do you just cattle breather to arms dealer? It's a bit of a step up in the world.
Cattle breeders in this realm are quite highly regarded. They make a lot of money.
Yes, but arms dealing is a totally different social.
Oh, I see what you mean.
well,
I want to
but
know
also
where he gets his arms. Does he just cut them off people, or
and how does he
Oh,
preserve them in order to sell them?
Yeah.
How many arms does he have?
He obviously goes out to a lot of the outpost planets.
There's a lot of armless people there.
Maybe he's dealing with the Reavers. They get them for him.
Would they sell arms or would they not just eat them?
They need
Does it really matter what
Unless he
mercenary money
deals
gets them?
with them.
Maybe they work for him.
Is there any more bags to check, or have we done?
No, you've gone through them all.
Okay, just wanted to double check. So we've done our
Look,
core
it's
checks,
smooth.
look up to. We've gotten all the information that we can. Okay.
Relatively.
I'm gonna put a blanket in the middle cap just for you.
Alright, besides milling about in the cargo bay, what else do we want to do next? Do we want to ask him questions? Or give him a night to sleep it off and then ask him in the morning?
I feel like
Well-
giving a chat isn't a bad idea. I don't care when.
I feel like if we don't talk to them now, something is going to happen.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether all of us barging in and having a chat is. I
we
mean, I
are
know mechanically
supposed
it's
to be having a joint meal at
some point.
1600 hours or something.
Yeah, that's true. We can do it over dinner,
True.
casually.
Yeah.
Everyone be cool.
We'll sort of bring up the questions at dinner then.
Excellent.
Yep.
Alright, fast forwarding to
Yes,
dinner
very
time.
casually bring up all of these sensitive topics we want to know more.
If he's bothering you, let me know as well. We'll get rid of him.
No, it's fine.
Okay, dinner time. You all head to the mess. What are we serving up for dinner? Who's making dinner? Whose turn is it?
Whose turn is
Gotta be
it?
someone.
Should we roll a
Should we
dice?
roll? Yeah.
Yeah, should
They're
roll the
bullshit,
dice.
you're pretty good.
Rollies. Everyone roll a 20. Lowest number gets to make dinner.
Okay.
You need to get out of it.
2.
Oh, thank goodness.
Two.
I got a 15.
6.
I think we know who's cooking dinner.
Yeah, I already retired.
Excellent.
It's pasta for dinner.
Alright. Everyone heads up. Your guests make their way. You sit down at the table.
So we're just all sitting around the table now?
Yep.
Okay, I look at the Baroness that I refer to her as. Look at her and say, sorry, we're not serving up. We don't have any beef tonight, but we've got plenty of pasta to go around.
I see. Yeah, that'll be okay for today, I suppose.
And tomorrow and the next day.
Oh, don't worry, I made plenty for the next few days. You'll be fine.
Oh, I see.
Sometimes
You could've brought
it's
your own.
nicer when it's cold and several days old. It's easier to chew that way.
It becomes more chewy.
Yeah. The nutrition stays the same though, which isn't that great, but
Like I said, we've got proteins in every colour.
Can't be any worse than that.
Seth looks at it and says, I'm sure it will be fine. Thank you.
You must have eaten some pretty interesting gumbo in your time in the war, if you don't mind me asking, Seth.
Yes, I did. I prefer not to talk about the war, if that's okay.
why?
Pretty appropriate.
It was a trying time.
Did you get
I
that
mean, it's like
cool
no
sword from there?
social read at all. But why though? What about that trauma that you had?
Exactly, like about that trauma you had. Like,
Yeah.
why did you have trauma?
Where did you get shot exactly?
What is a war? Yes, I see. No, a man after my own heart.
Do you have any old war injuries? I'm a doctor. You have little. Look sad.
Yes, I have numerous scars.
Any ones that bother you?
Not anymore, no.
Right, so what side of the wall did you fight on? I already know the answer, but I just want him
Yes, I'm assuming you know already. You're asking that.
to... Oh, Cortex is an insightful place.
I see. I hope that won't cause any issues while we're aboard, Captain.
As long as you don't start any issues, I see no reason to worry.
Not at all. It was in the past.
So how did you get this new job?
I saved the Baron's life.
Oh, you must be mighty grateful.
He is.
Being a cattle rancher is a dangerous job, is it?
It can be, yes.
Right.
Is it more difficult to wrangle cattle or people?
People.
You got any insights into who we might be dealing with, kidnapping wise?
Unfortunately not, no. Wasn't told much except there were threats called upon her life afterwards.
And with the drop off at the ship at the end point, you've got that all taken care of?
The end point. With the Baron, is that what you're talking about? Or?
Well,
At the
you know,
ship
the
at the
drop
end.
off.
Dropping her off on.
Yeah, dropping
Oh,
her
if
off.
you
cruise
told
ship.
us get her from here to the ship,
Yeah.
we're assuming you take it from there.
Yes, we have to meet him on his Voyager, his own craft. While we're there, it's docked, I believe.
Okay.
It should be there already.
And you must be excited about your upcoming nuptials, I say to the, not to him.
Oh, yeah, yes, I am. Yes, quite excited.
Can I
Looking forward
ask
to it.
how you met your fiancé?
I was introduced to him at a few parties that my father threw a few times over the last few years.
Can I just ask, girl to girl? Was it an arranged marriage?
Yes, it is. But I do love him.
That's a bonus.
How many times have you met him?
About 4 times, roughly.
Oh, it's love at first sight?
Do you know how old he is?
He's in his 50s, I believe.
Does that not bother you, you being in your 20s?
No, he is quite well off and influential.
But isn't he like the same age as your dad?
Is that a problem?
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
I don't think so.
Is that from a medical term?
Well,
woman.
do you want me to get into it?
Because
Because
it's
I
really the
can,
first
but
thing
most of the
I
time
put
that I
down.
get into the nitty gritty, people tell me to shut up about it.
Okay, shut up, Simon.
You're going to get her there in the most uncomfortable way possible.
You'll have to forgive our crew. We're not used to having nice types on the ship.
What do you mean? We're the nicest types around.
Yeah. Take offense to that.
This is like the one shirt I have that doesn't have bloodstains on it.
So I asked the Baroness if she knows if she has any enemies. Is there anyone that you know maybe after
Boy,
you?
No.
Have you been made aware that there's kidnapping threats against you?
I knew as soon as Seth here just mentioned it before. This is the first I heard.
Oh.
Why did you think you were travelling with us?
Yeah.
I didn't think to ask. My dad arranges it all. Stepdad,
Does your stepdad arrange everything for you?
yes. The wedding planner pipes up. Nova. And looks at the captain and is like, would you mind giving us a tour after dinner, Captain?
Yes.
Of course. Yes, I could do that.
Excellent.
Yes, I do mind.
Any interest in particular
My
parts of the
engine-
ship?
my-
Is this your
my
first
engine
time
bay is messy.
voyaging?
I'm only going to show.
Sorry, I
off
missed
the
question.
ship.
Any
This is the
particular
kind of
interest in
engine
parts of the
room.
ship, or
That's
it's
all.
just this
That's
your
it.
first time voyaging?
First time on a Firefly class vessel, yes. It's a few other more luxury types of ships I've been on.
What are you talking about? This Serenity, she's just so shiny. She's the best.
I'm sure she is, yes. Lilianna speaks up and looks at Jane and is like, oh, our tour sounds most excellent. Would you be able to show me around it all, good sir?
As I said, I'll do anything for you, ma'am.
Thank you. I'd like that.
I don't feel good about that.
Were you planning on a white dress for your wedding?
Yes, it's my first wedding.
Are you hoping it'll be your last?
I do believe it will be, yes. Depends how long he lives for, I suppose.
That's true. I mean, statistically, he's got, what, 20 years?
Yeah.
And then you'll be looking for someone new.
Well, maybe even earlier if she knocks him off.
Well, that's true, yeah.
I have no plans to do that.
I mean, she probably wouldn't
It's
tell
okay,
us.
you were between friends here, and we understand
Yeah.
that he's very rich, so I don't blame you.
I'd probably, given he's, like, quite big, I'd probably recommend poison over trying to, like, wrestle him.
Okay, let's finish our dinner and.
Her eyes just go
That's how
wide
I do,
and she's
a
looking
high
at you.
heel to the temple, but yeah, okay, let's go that way.
Oh, a poisoned heel to the temple.
She's just a 5-inch heel to the temple.
Let's finish up our meal and continue on the next ship tour, I guess.
Okay.
So we can also read up something like contribution lines.
Yes.
Yeah,
Especially.
We can offer like a little like deadly taser thing.
Mm.
You know, put the ring on and he
This
dies
is
of
the
a heart
last
attack or something.
escort job we'll be getting.
Yeah, they're like, are you trying to kill me? Or
No, I'll make it up just him.
Well, because gold's a great conductor,
It sure is.
so you just attach some wires to the wedding ring.
Yeah, it's done. Yeah, yeah, we can do that for her. We can offer to, you know, discreetly off the husband at the wedding.
Are you actually saying this to her? Or?
Oh, why not?
Thank you. Please don't do that.
Actually,
I am looking forward to marrying him.
external
this
to
was just
all
a
of our
test to see if you were-
offers, because just we're just trying to be friendly, of course. Are we invited to the wedding?
I don't think so. That's up to the Baron, I believe, or maybe Templeton Steele might invite you.
Well, we are going to keep his fiance safe, so we might get to go. Imagine the food.
Seth,
Am I going to wear a pretty dress?
yeah, Seth's bodyguard speaks up. He's like, I do believe the Baron has arranged you residences to stay overnight on the Pacific Rim. Rim's dream.
Shame.
Minibar.
I prefer to stay on my ship.
Quite possibly no guns allowed.
Walsh hears it. It's like, oh, do you think I could go do some cards at all?
let's not
been
get
a
ahead
while.
of ourselves, honey.
Very well. Continues eating.
Yeah, I'll choose to stay on my ship. I don't want to rub elbows with the snooty elites.
Especially since most of them will be alliance.
Yeah.
Do we know who owns the cruise ship thing?
No.
Or is it just commercial?
I do believe it's just commercial. It's
Yeah.
not owned by any big hot shot or anything like that.
And no creepy, ominous corporation home.
Though we could have like a Google later on space social media to see if anyone's posting about their upcoming trip on there, if there's anyone notable or interesting.
Murderers.
yeah, and then we'll find someone who's going so excited to go to the casino and murder the Baron's daughter.
We're gonna make a killing on this ship. Cool. Should we commence our tour? In this
Yeah, I'm happy to go ahead.
What do you-
I'll start humming Uptown Girl.
So the tour starts with the kitchen, and then the hallway to their living quarters.
It's like, excellent, thank you, Captain. I prefer to get more thorough look, or maybe the bridge or the engineering bay or something like that.
I point to one end and say that's the front of the ship where we steer, and I point to the rear and say the engines are down there where all the goods are kept.
Yes, excellent. Thank you.
Then I go on to say we're only doing it for your safety, just keeping you in the quarters because the ship's a bit old. There's a few parts loose here and there.
Hey.
Hey, the ship's good. I just want to keep them safe. We need to get these folks to their destination. If
Sure.
there's any concerns, medical-wise or anything, we do have a med bay. Yeah.
That's not do that.
Pretty sure
Bay,
no.
yeah.
We do.
We do. I would prefer they not go in it though.
Right, we just cut people open on the
I
dining table.
haven't
don't think
cleaned
about
up.
it. Yeah, we've got
Yeah.
the lines, yeah.
And there are
Sounds
some.
much dirtier.
There's a couple of failed experiments in there that haven't been cleaned up yet.
Those cows still?
So don't get
I
sick.
haven't had time. Where do you think dinner came from?
Oh, it was
So you told
pasta.
us. You told us it specifically wasn't beef.
Or bone marrow.
Yeah.
But I gave you meat to cook with. I mean,
That's in
it's
the
only
freezer,
a
right?
couple of weeks dead.
Yeah, that went straight in the trash, not gonna lie to you, Si.
Okay.
So we've ushered them back onto their quarters for the evening.
Yep. As Lilianna Fairchild was walking, she made her way to walk beside Jane. She trips and falls into you. Give us a notice plus
Jane, notice.
trick,
Plus feeling up as much as possible.
or a social trick or physical trick notice as she tries to put a note in your hand.
Ooh.
A physical? Great.
The bodyguard, Seth, moves in to try and catch her, but she's landing on you.
That's 13.
13. Excellent. She discreetly puts the note in your hand. Bodyguard hasn't seemed to notice, and he's like, are you okay? And he goes to extract her from you, stands her back up.
I'm fine. Didn't even notice.
He looks at you, he's like, I was not talking to you. She shakes herself off. She's like, I'm fine, thank you. I think I need to rest. It's been a long day.
Not to worry, girls are always falling for me.
If you're fainting out of nowhere, maybe you should step into the med bay for a bit.
I highly encourage you not to do that. Not until it cleans up.
I'll be
It's
fine.
mostly clean.
I just need to lie down for a bit, I think. Please.
We'll let you retire to your quarters.
She nods and she heads in, and Seth takes up residence in front of her door.
Okay.
Well,
And
can I talk
Nova
to you
is
on
in
the
the same
bridge?
room?
Let's go.
Is Nova staying in the same room?
Separate rooms. They've all got 3 separate rooms next to each other, basically.
Okay, but she's relatively free to come and go from there, I guess.
Within their general areas, they're allowed, yes.
Okay, we go to the bridge.
And I pull out the note. Don't try and read it. Just give it to Mal.
I open the note.
Yes, boom.
Walsh looks around. He's like, "What's going on, Captain? Can I help you guys?" Or good. And you look at the note, and it says, "Please help. I'm in danger."
Please help, I'm in danger. You wrote this and gave it to me? No. You're in danger?
Lillian had it tucked between, and I got it.
Right. She's
So tucked between where?
Her fingers.
Where did you think?
The hand gesture.
Wait, when did she give this to you?
When she collapsed in the hallway.
Oh, okay. She's in danger. Wait, who's this? The wedding planner?
No, this is the Baron's daughter.
Right, okay.
Lilianna Fairchild.
Right, I kept thinking of her as Baron. Okay, so Lily's in danger.
I feel like we already knew that.
Well, we
Yeah.
gathered the hint,
Maybe
but
she's
now
in
we
danger
have...
from one of the two.
Yeah, she's keeping it secret from her
Seth or
bodyguard.
Nova.
I mean, one of them had a pistol in their bag, but also it wasn't used, so... But you can always be a first-time murderer.
I'm gonna march
I
down
wouldn't
to
know.
Seth and go, is it okay if I just talk to Lillian in a room?
No.
Why not?
She's not expecting visitors. What do you want to talk to her about?
I just want to be friendly like. Trip can be mighty boring.
He knocks on the door. Lilianna answers and opens the door. It's like, you have a visitor. Jane here would like to talk to you. She's like, oh, yes, I would like that.
I offer Seth a drink down to get him away in the kitchen area. Like wine or beer or something. Does he come?
He looks at you. He's like, no, I'll not be drinking on duty. He looks at Jane that's just walked in the room. He's like, but do you have a gym?
Yes,
Yeah.
Jane has a gym.
Yeah. We have a gym, yes. Let's go.
Is that...
Shepherd Book is currently
You were
training
sheriff.
down in the cargo bay.
No,
Okay,
they're-
good.
in the TV show, they in one of the corners of the cargo bay, he's got some stuff.
Yeah.
Got a weight bench set up.
Gotta work out.
Okay, cool.
But would you
Alright.
share it?
Oh, but what Jane doesn't know right now won't hurt him.
In this situation, it's
He's
fine.
not
So
I got a
friends
pretty
with
girl
the
to talk
Baroness.
to.
I'll take
Okay.
Seth down there so I can keep an eye on him and show him the gym and do a bit of the
Yep.
workout.
Shepherd Book's currently working out. He's like, I could use the spot.
Cool, I just stand there and awkwardly watch them.
There's nothing weird about it.
I'm just more keeping an eye on the car.
You're like, I never use this, I just watch other people.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, to understand this straight, you've left Jane in the room with Lilianna Fairchild by himself. Okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You're a special chair just for you to watch other people anyway.
Lillian, we're in private. You can talk freely. What was that note about?
She sits down on the bed. I am glad you got the note. It's, I'm in love with someone else, and the Baron is holding him hostage. I need your help. I do not want to marry Templeton Steele. I loathe him. I'm afraid of him.
Okay, who do you want to marry?
Daniel,
Dang,
he's the love of my life.
that's a shame.
You're like out by. But it could be
So,
me.
you say this Daniel's being held hostage by the Baron?
Yes,
Oh,
I do believe he's got him hostage. Haven't seen him in ages.
If you and Daniel could get away, what would you do?
I don't know.
How'd you meet this fella?
He lives on Fesfero and he's a farmhand.
Oh, them farm hands, that's dangerous. Yeah. Considered being a farmhand myself. Well, this is pretty tough, but what do you expect us to do about it?
Well, I have no money. I know you'll take job if I had some credits, but Steele is giving me a diamond and sapphire necklace as a wedding gift on the morning of my wedding. I'll give it to you. It's worth a fortune. You just help me escape with Daniel.
So you get this necklace in the morning of your wedding?
Yes, that's what he's promised.
Okay. I always like to sapphire.
While this is happening, you hear a bit of a scream come around the corner while you two are talking.
Which corner? What, from
Not where you are, where Jane is.
front?
Oh no, Malcolm tried to lift one of my weights. So I go out to see what's happening.
Yeah, where are the quarters of the like? Is that something that we would have heard? Like, I'm not in the cargo bay. I think I'd probably still be in the
Where would
pilot
you be?
area with Wash.
Then yes, you probably did hear it just because
Okay.
the
I'll-
guest quarters are more up this way.
I'll head there too. I think it sounded like a scream.
Yes.
Yeah, I'd run away.
Okay, running down there, and you have come out of the room.
Yep.
You both meet at opposite ends. You do see the wedding planner come out of her room, holding her arm, and she's bleeding.
Oh, what happened?
I tripped and I fell into the bulkhead. The ship isn't exactly safe.
Oh yeah, it's got its sharp edges. You want someone to take a look at that for me?
If I could, please. It's still bleeding.
Yeah. If I heard someone screaming, I would like be cautiously approaching.
Yes, I'm going to suggest you have a little meeting with the doc. And maybe I'll go in her room after she's gone.
Yeah, I might like, especially if I've seen you looking to head in her room, I might like gently lead her towards the med bay.
Okay, take her to the med bay. Yep.
I'm going to sleep in her room, maybe. I just nod at Jane, being like, as you will.
I will go back to Lily.
I don't question that at all.
So you want to play some poker? Strip poker, maybe?
Preferably not.
Did we hear anything from the cargo bay?
No, you wouldn't have heard it all the way down there.
Cool.
Especially with weights dropping.
Yeah. And grunting.
And the heavy metal music we're blasting.
Can I have a quick poke around and just see whether I think... What did she say? She fell... Had the ship moved? Was there any... She must have
No.
tripped of her own volition.
She said she fell on
Can
the
you see any
bulkhead.
blood where she bited?
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
It does it feel right to me, given the wound that I saw and the bulkhead that's in her room, that feels like a possible...
You think it's possible if she's a real klutz, basically.
Right.
That's the only way, and you do see splatter of blood around where she impacted herself, basically.
Okay. And
Where she
anything
fell.
else in the room that's, like, personal that wasn't there when we gave the room to her? Just
No.
like... Okay, so probably not too much.
Can you hear them talking?
No, I can't.
The quarters are quite silenced.
Okay. I was just
Probably
probably
should
wondered if she did that because she's heard something.
Right.
There was the time my mom gave me this hat.
This one, this hat.
Yeah.
Yep, that's the one.
Hey, while that guy's in the gym, I could go and have a quick look in his room, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, why not?
Whose room?
Seth.
Seth's.
Formerly known as the Santi.
Absolutely. It's all organised. He hasn't even touched the bed. Nothing's been touched in his
Okay,
quarters
like
whatsoever.
military green. Okay, cool. I'm not going to worry about it. Alright.
What's the doctor up to?
okay.
Licking her wound in a really weird way.
Listen, it does actually tell you a lot. Like sometimes there's trace, like evidence of poisons and things like that. It's not weird.
Did she have to cut herself to get an implant out or something for an explosion or something?
Yeah.
Tracking device.
I did want to like. I'll start, trying to, clean the wound and stop the bleeding. But I do mostly want to have a look at that wound and see like what it looks like caused it.
From what you can tell, you can give us a you don't really need to roll for that, but pretty hardcore in your medical experience. It's just a gash, goes straight down the side. Looks like she just cut herself on something sharp.
But it is something sharp, not something kind of dull.
Sharp.
Stitch worthy?
Just because, would there have been anything that sharp in that room?
Possibly.
I might have to compare notes later. And, in the process of cleaning the wound out, is there anything weird in there?
No.
Do a full body scan.
Can I do a full body scan?
Got through the right speakers. Do you have that capability on the Serenity? I don't think so.
You're like, I'm sorry, you're going to have to take off your clothes for a full. The wound is literally here.
Jane rushes into the room.
Sometimes
Get back, Jane.
wounds actually, they
Travel.
might seem here, but
Yeah.
they actually travel
This is just the manifestation of something much. Yeah.
much deeper, yeah.
Is
Got any truth serum or anything like that?
Is River like out of her box at this point? In the
Yes.
story?
Yes.
She is roaming around. You've seen her walking around
Just,
up to
Can we ask
mischief.
her if anything's
Yeah.
like? She sees things sometimes.
yeah, what's her vibe been of these people?
But can I ask her, like, you know, what happened? How did you do this?
I just fell, lost balance, and hit the deck on the floor.
Did you cut yourself on something in the floor?
I think so, yes.
Okay, because you should be very careful because this is a pretty deep wound.
Hmm.
Are you normally clumsy?
Yes, I've known to be, yes.
Does
That
it?
wasn't in your Google review.
I mean, we did look up your reviews. They're quite good, but they didn't mention how clumsy you were. Yeah, I guess I'll just like stitch her up. And does she look like lucid?
Yes.
Okay.
She's not drugged or anything. Drunk.
All right. Well, this will take a little while to heal, so you better be careful and try not to get anything on it or in it, or it could get infected, and that's a little bit gnarly. Because otherwise, you know, maybe you go down from 2 arms to 1 arm, and you are meeting an arm dealer, but so you might want to have a, you know, a spare one to trade with.
Oh my.
That's what I hear, at least. Anyway, I'll finish bandaging her up and continue very soothingly talking about this.
Lilianna's no fun. No strip poker. No chance to get anything useful done, so I'm going to go join everyone in the gym.
Okay.
Once I'm done patching her up, can I kind of like lead her back to her room, but kind of stomp as I do so it's very obvious that someone's coming down the hallway?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I'm out of there.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
And also just so I can have a second glance at that room and see if there is actually anything sharp in there.
Yep. You look at the decking where there's a few splatters of blood where she supposedly hit. You can even ask her if she's in the room. I'm assuming you went in there with her.
Yeah.
It doesn't look sharp. It looks a bit blunt, but it's possible, you think?
Yeah. I want to like
Depending on the angle.
go flat on my stomach and really inspect it, because it's like I'm really concerned about safety. As you know, we do a great service. So where exactly on this? Can you point out the exact piece of metal?
She points it out. It's where the blood splatters on it is.
I give it a poke with my finger.
Yep. Seems rough. Not sharp, but rough.
Are you sure you cut yourself on this? Because it's...
Pretty sure.
Okay. Well, we'll try and get maybe, I don't know, an old towel or whatever you people use to cover up. Maybe Kaylee would know what you do when there's
Or just come rivet it back down. It'll be fine.
Who can bench press more, me or Seth?
You can give a roll if you really want to.
Yay!
Yeah.
You might buy drinks with him.
What
Our
would it
2
be?
strongest people completely knackered by the time we get attacked.
Physical labour.
Physical level?
9.
7. Okay, just beat him.
He had been going for like 15 minutes before you rocked up and challenged him though.
Don't
valid.
matter. Only one lift matters. But I tell him that Lilianna's back in a room and he should probably watch her.
Yes, excellent. I think I'm done here. He takes his leave and heads back there.
I turn off his hardcore EDM death metal music.
Did you find anything out, Jane? What was that letter about?
Well, the girl's in love, just not with the right man. She said she's going to get a beautiful diamond and sapphire necklace on the morning of the wedding, and if we can get her out of the wedding, she'll give us that necklace.
Where does she want to go?
The Baron's got her boyfriend, Daniel, on his ship. We also have to free him.
She didn't say it's on the ship. Just said hostage.
Say hostage? Well,
So we don't know.
I'm not too good with the details.
So now the rest of us are all think he's on that ship.
Yeah.
He's definitely on
Baron
that
ship.
ship.
Yeah, he is on the ship now.
The Baron's got a ship. If he's got a hostage, it would be on the ship.
Or back on his
Yeah, I
farm.
guess it's more. Yeah, it
On
makes
the-
sense.
His personal yacht.
Because in the worst case, he could still kill him if she doesn't hold the bargain.
Malcolm steps in. What did you say? You said that she's married. She wants to marry someone else.
Yep. Apparently she hates Templeton Colt Steel. Apparently he's not well equipped in the gun area.
So wait,
He does
what,
have a lot of arms though.
what is she offering us in return for getting her this new?
She says she's getting a sapphire and diamond necklace on the morning of the wedding, and she's willing to give it to us.
Do we know, just from our general thievery and antics, whether that necklace would be broadly worth more or less or the same as 500 credits?
More, you'll probably think maybe a few thousand credits, depending on who you sold it to.
Yeah, she said it was worth a fortune.
It's whether
I
that
like the sound
fortune's
of that.
worth being hunted down by an arms dealer.
Well, we could get double paid here because we're delivering her, getting paid, and then giving her
Then we could
the
steal her
necklace
away
to
again.
her afterwards. This is a really
Yeah. Technically, we've done the job.
yeah.
We can steal her after.
And we've got a
If we
night
get away.
when we get there to stay overnight, so the next day that we can escort her back to where she wants to go.
That's a couple of powerful people we're getting on the wrong side of, Captain. You sure about this?
Only if we get caught. If we can get her onto the ship and out of there without anybody noticing.
And who do you think is doing this job? Or?
I was going to say, when do your plans have to go to plan?
Oh, I have a quote for this. Oh, I've got the quote. The quote.
Insert quote here.
I hate it when he just says the quote at us. It's very confusing.
Unfortunately, it's very wise advice.
So what does everyone think? Noting I'm the captain and I get to decide what we do anyway.
Well, I don't like the idea of handing this girl over to a marriage she doesn't want.
You know I'll follow you anywhere, Captain, but I don't like the idea of getting involved in something. This is just rich people bullshit.
But money.
Yeah, I like the idea of being paid.
Is this just because I keep feeding you guys pasta?
I keep giving you options, and you keep refusing them.
I need pork, not human flesh.
That happened one time.
They don't taste like chicken.
I'm all up for as many paydays as we can get, so
I like it. Then that's our plan. But maybe we should look into the wedding planner a little bit more.
Or at least ask about the wedding so we can come up with an idea of when we're going to try and incorporate this.
There was something real. I can't tell you what, but there was something very weird about that injury she had.
Did you get any information from her about the wedding planner being on her side?
she didn't mention the wedding planner, and I didn't talk to her about it.
Because
Did
if
she
we
mention the bodyguard?
I don't remember.
This is why we don't send you to
if you get her alone again,
She had a plunging sort of neckline, and I remember the necklace. That's the important part.
Okay, I have plan 2. We seduced Seth away with another workout session, and someone shoves the wedding planner back onto that piece of sharp metal.
We could also ask Seth if he's at all suspicious of the wedding planner.
I think we need to get the Baroness alone again and ask her if the wedding planner's in on it. Because if we can get the wedding planner on our side, we can have a much better way of pulling this off.
Yeah.
And obviously Seth isn't a part of it, but also find out that too. Talk to the Baroness again, and you get a chance over the next 3 days.
Sorry, you keep going. I was
Yeah. And then we just figure it out from there.
Sure, I'll do that.
Maybe someone else should talk to her and not just Jane by himself, because I think the plunging neckline is disturbing his ability to question.
How about next time I'm doing a workout, I invite Seth and someone else talk to her.
I reckon Katie would be fairly non-threatening to go in past Seth.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're happy to.
But He probably doesn't want to do another session today.
No.
You're probably a bit
We can wait
destroyed.
till tomorrow.
Cool.
Cool.
Guess that's our plan for today. Do we go to bed?
Yep. End of the day. There is a nice little picture that's in the book. It can or may not be relevant to actually things that happen, but thought I'd share it anyways.
What's she looking at? That's the person getting married, right?
Yes.
She looks so sad.
That is Inara consulting her, I believe.
Yeah, that's the other person I would have sent in there, but I thought it was a bit mean to let you just have that conversation by yourself at the end of the day.
Has River been saying anything? You know how she murmurs her.
Yeah, she's been hanging around. You haven't really heard anything.
It's just like on the ceiling.
Simon?
You probably saw me moving her character around.
You know she likes to hang on the ceiling. That's not unusual.
Yeah, but she sort of talks to you more than anybody.
Yeah, I will like have a chat and see how she's holding up.
I don't like them.
Why?
Who?
Them.
Which ones?
Our
All of
visitors.
them?
Our guests. Yes.
All three?
Yes.
Why?
I just don't. They're not meant to be here.
They're not going to be here long.
Hmm.
Is that why they're not meant to be here?
It's not their ship.
That's why they're leaving the ship. Okay.
I might check in with Wash before the end of the day, just to make sure, like, flying's been easy, nothing on the scanners.
Nothing. All the scanners, clear skies.
Shiny.
Cool. Calling it the night. Next day.
Next day.
Okay. Alright, what's the plan? Going to go check on them or?
I'm going to go invite Seth to a workout, and Haley's going to try and chat.
Yep.
And find out about the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wedding
and
planner.
I'll head to Nova's room and try and like keep her contained by, going, I just want to check on your wound and see how it's healing.
When you went to see them, Nova was already in the room with Lilianna Fairchild, discussing plans for the wedding.
I'm gonna sit down and listen in and.
They're going through the flower bouquets and things like that at the moment.
What colours did you choose?
Yes. The red ones and the pinks.
What?
I didn't
Red
plan
and
that.
pink together?
But yes, they discussed the different colours.
Okay. All right. Can I ask Nova? Has she met the fiance? Have you met Templeton?
No, I have not.
Is that unusual?
No,
Plan
not
a
at
wedding
all.
without the fiance?
It depends. It usually goes one way or the other with the upper class. It's either one person organises and one doesn't really care, as I find out.
Have you done many arranged marriages?
Yes, a fair few.
Must be very sad. It's not all about love.
Some are, some aren't.
Would you like to do, weddings where the bride and groom actually love each other?
Some. Depends who pays more, really, but yes.
I might wander in and just be like, oh, Nova, I think the doc was asking to check out your arm if you got a minute.
Yes, that's probably a good idea. She looks down at it. And she gets up and leaves.
Sorry to interrupt and just go on that.
She wasn't very helpful anyway.
Oh, sorry. I thought it might be
No,
better for you to be alone with
No. Just have your monologue about how her entire business ethos is wrong.
Yeah, sorry. Weddings will always be about love. Okay, play a little bit dumb and, you just go, Lily, it must be so awesome, you're gonna get married and you love him and all that sort of stuff. Must be a bit of a fairy tale, isn't it?
No, not really.
What do you
mean?
Did Jane pass on my message to you all, or?
Well, yeah, he did.
Oh, good.
You
Good.
know.
I was worried for a minute there. Are you going to help me? Have you talked to the captain at all?
Well, we might be able to help, but I think we need some more details.
What do you need to know?
Well, do you know where your father's holding him hostage?
I don't. He might be back on Vesper, and he might have brought him with him. I'm not sure.
Okay. Where is your wedding being held? On Rim's Dream?
Yes.
I don't know. Have you told Seth or Nova about Daniel?
No, I'm not sure how they would take it. They were both hired by my father.
Seth, I understand, is quite loyal to your father.
Yes. He has been technically my bodyguard for a long time now, but
Would he not know about Daniel? Your father might have told him.
he might, yes.
And you haven't told Nova at all that?
No, I'm not sure whose side should be on.
Okay. What was...
Where's the captain at the moment? Everyone else is counting.
No idea. Where are you?
Oh, I'm having a coffee up in the bridge
Yeah.
cockpit.
okay.
I don't know what they call it. I'm missing the piloting area.
He's got through our ones. Okay. Alright.
Whereabouts is the med bay on this ship? Is it where the blue thing
It's
is?
at the rear. It's probably around here somewhere.
Yeah, I think of the blue room.
Remember, it's about here. The guest quarters are around here as well.
Plus, none of it's far away.
So where is everybody at the moment? Just for a bit of
I'm
an
working out with Seth in the cargo bay.
So over here.
Kind of in a...
You moved me away from my weight set.
Oh, it is right there. It is actually there.
It's actually there.
Yeah, cool.
See that? That's cool.
No.
That chick's just wait. Is she gonna be hanging from?
Yeah, she'll be hanging around.
Book would be working out with you.
Okay, cool. All right, that's a better visualization of what's going on. So the conversation's going on currently up the top there. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
But we've got Nova in with the doc and
Seth in
Seth.
the cargo bay.
we are.
Cool, cool.
I'm just gonna be like lecturing Nova about tennis for as long as possible.
Yeah, the wound looks absolutely fine, and you're just like.
Until someone lets
It's
me
me
know
today.
that I don't need to be the distraction anymore, I'm gonna be telling her about tennis. And bringing the encyclopedia out and like just
She's gonna be
reading
there a long
it.
And
time.
everyone's
I've 100%
forgotten you there.
forgotten about that. Yeah.
Like they're gonna come for me any moment. I'm gonna be so impressed with what a good job I've done.
And as the captain, I just gave everyone what I wanted, so that's why I'm just enjoying the coffee.
Yeah.
Well, you were, because Walsh turns around to him and he's like, Captain, we've lost comms.
What do you mean we've lost comms? Comms with who?
It's all static. I'm picking up nothing, and usually we pick up things out here, but right now there's nothing. It's
Well,
silent.
Is it maybe because we're in the middle of space and there's just nothing around at the moment?
No, we usually, there's murmurs and echoes out there, but
Mechanically, it's gone down.
yes.
So can he tell from looking at his dials and crap in front of him? Like, is there something
Wow.
specifically says, like, there's a red light going, like, it's off, or is he just like, it's pretty quiet?
No, it seems everything's working, but I'll look into it. I I can't see anything. It looks like the radar's getting jammed as well, Captain.
Does internal comms work on the speakers, like the
Yes.
PA? Can I call our friendly mechanic up towards me because I'm too lazy to walk down there?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll be back, Lily, and we'll have a chat some more about that wonderful wedding coming up.
Yeah, there's like internal comms within the ship, but that plays out loud in the room, or is it private to each person? I can't remember.
You can
the ship.
select which room to play it in if you know where they are.
Ah,
that's
So,
it.
yeah, so you'd know.
so you
as
could
if
just
you're
put
there.
it all through the whole ship, being like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Haley to the
Haley,
bridge.
get your ass
I
up
just put it in her room because I just figured that that's where they would have been because I would have watched them all go off in
Yeah,
directions,
yeah, yeah.
gone, got a coffee, and then walked off.
Katie,
No.
sorry to interrupt.
Everyone in the
Yeah.
ship, there's a major problem.
Yeah.
It's time to
Yeah, that's not going to get set and upset. Alright, so I'll tell Lily I'll be back and make my way up to the bridge.
I don't think I can move your person yet.
Okay, so we're just all on the bridge now.
You watch.
Cool. What are you doing on the bridge?
I've
Walsh is looking things.
just informed her of the communications issue at the moment. I was just going to dive into it.
Yep.
See if maybe, there's something else on the ship that she can diagnose.
Mm-hmm.
Shall I go investigate that?
Yep. Down in the engineering room, or you wouldn't know much on the.
Yeah, no. I'll go to the engineering because the antenna will be there somewhere.
Yeah, check the antenna and everything down there. It'd be mental notice, maybe, or operate, even.
Oh, I can go this way. Yeah, that's better. It's a 16.
16. From what you can tell, everything is operational as it should be. Your radars are working fine. Comms are working fine.
But we just have static.
We're being janked.
Can I... Okay, so they're working fine, but can I tell if something's jamming them?
Yes.
Yes, I can check
Yes,
for
they're
that.
being jammed.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, rather than putting it on comms, I'm going to actually go back up to the bridge
Yep.
and tell Mal.
As soon as you get to the bridge, Walsh turns around and is like, I think I see something on the radar, Captain. I'm not sure, but it seems to be closing.
How fast?
Fast.
I'm going to run back down to the engine bay.
Just in case steps.
Oh, goodness me, back down here.
I think like having seen Kaylee like run and go back and forth to the bridge multiple times from where I'm gonna I'm gonna go up to the bridge.
Jane!
Jane! And like kind of get involved.
Or we just bring you up to speed then and tell you what's just happened.
Okay. So what you thinking, Captain? We speeding up, going dark?
Not used to this. I'm used to pirate ship. We can't just turn off our lights, pretend we don't exist.
We've done it before. Space junk.
I watched an episode today.
I've seen that one!
Enjoy the one reference I have.
Didn't we pick an upgrade that basically let us do that?
I'm thinking because we've got our comms jammed and we've got
It's-
something approaching us
There's
fast.
gotta be something on board.
We definitely go into hide mode. I think.
And I reckon we need to tell Seth to get back to everyone back to their rooms, right?
Yeah.
Or like Seth to guard what's her face, and then everyone else back to this. As in the
Yeah, but do we tell them about the issue, or do we just sort of say, okay, that's enough. You've worked out enough. Go.
well, if
back
we're
to
about to turn off all of the power, might have to say like nothing to worry about. That something's just
Yeah,
we're just being extra cautious.
Yeah.
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 No, this is just our regularly scheduled nap time.
Sorry, but the fireflies need to sleep every now and then.
We call this sleeping lions.
If you could all just lie down somewhere very public for a while.
Here's your milk. Okay, so yeah, we informed Seth and passengers.
Yep, you put that over the comms, or you go down there and tell them.
No,
Mhm.
that's a hard one.
Yeah.
I can go down. And
Yeah,
just
I'll
tell him.
send you down there so I
Yep.
can stay up there and monitor what's going on.
Yeah.
He's like, affirmative, and walks off towards her.
Okay, cool. And Nova, I guess
Is
I also
still
go.
actively
I
being
also go
lectured
to
at.
the medical bay and like rescue Nova and like I'll walk Nova back to her
Yep.
room and like make sure
It's
she's
just like, thank God.
yeah. Not so clumsy now. Oh yeah.
I've also been like teaching her a balancing trick.
Yeah. I walk in, she's standing on one foot with a book on her head, and I'm like, with River as well. Like,
Yeah, River's the one teaching her.
Wax on, wax off.
From my spot in the engine bay, can I tell if comms have been jammed from inside or outside? Like from external source? Or
Not
the
from the
jamming's
engineering
inside?
bay, no.
would that be the bridge/pilot area?
I just ran back from there.
You can just put something over the comms in the bridge.
Yeah, but are they actually able to do it?
Oh, I don't really know what the difference between engineering and the pilot
Yeah, the pilot.
stuff. He
He's
would
got to
have
be
tech.
pretty good at this
He would
stuff.
have tech stuff.
This is Wash we're talking about. He flies with dinosaurs. Fine.
I'm pretty good at operating machinery if you want to station me somewhere you're not, and then you can boss me over the radio.
Well, I might radio back up to the bridge and ask if Wash can do a check.
He's like, yes. What am I checking for?
Well, I think we need to find out if it's the jamming's coming from inside Serenity or outside. Is that ship that may be near us? Is that the one?
It's getting closer, yes.
So the jamming signal's getting stronger?
No. It's about the same, hasn't changed.
And how are we seeing it without the? I'm not there. How are we seeing it without the radar?
Yeah, how are we seeing that?
I can look through the static pretty well.
Okay. So is there a way, Wash, to see where the jamming signal is coming from? Like, is it in our cargo bay? Is it in their bedrooms? Is it from the ship that's coming closer? Or are we sitting next to a crybaby?
Maybe if we kill everything, we might be able to see where it's coming from. Maybe.
Okay.
Alright,
do
so
that.
are we killing all the passengers?
No.
And the
Okay,
chip
everything
game.
mechanical, Simon!
Oh! So, with you guys, I can
I'm not
never
sure this one should go
tell.
on YouTube.
Okay, so we go dark, right?
Yeah,
I grab Vera before everything goes dark.
good idea.
Yeah. I think
Alright,
I'm
I'm
still
gonna
loitering.
power down the engine.
I'm gonna loiter outside the guest quarters in case anyone moves, like
Good
out of
idea.
their rooms and stuff. So
Then you can
that's
knock 'em
where
out.
I'll be. Yeah.
I'm just standing
You checking the guest quarters?
No, I'm
Okay.
just staying in the corridor, and if anyone comes out of their respective rooms
Okay.
or into each other's or whatever,
You see no one in the corridor while you're there, but
yeah,
yep.
I'm just gonna because we're about to turn off all the lights. That feels like a prime moment for someone to be misbehaving.
Excellent. Flicking the switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. Shut everything down. It's
Yeah.
dark, silent.
You just wait to see what happens.
Now,
Is there any way to tell where the jamming's coming from?
yeah.
You tell me.
Are there any weird noises like?
No noises. It's quiet as.
Is this object still coming directly for us?
So you're going to turn that part on? You've killed everything on the ship.
Well, visually, can we see?
I can't see anything out there. Pitch black.
Alright, we just
Oh, okay.
wait.
But Wash suggested that he might have a better sense of where
Yes.
stuff was coming from if we turn
Can we turn on the scanner?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I reckon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
He turns it on, looks at the static, and he's like, it looks like they're still coming, Captain.
Directly for us?
Yes.
But where's the jamming coming from?
That is an excellent question. It's coming from the ship. I can see that.
The ship coming towards us or the ship?
Our ship.
Oh shit.
It's on Serenity somewhere.
There's definitely something in one of those suitcases.
Can I rig up something that Can you guys need to find it?
Absolutely, you can.
Yay! Build a thing.
Well, yeah. I can do a thing that goes ding.
Yeah. How did we make that noise? Oh, the dice rolling thing noise can be the.
Oh yeah. I can do that. Hang on. Can I go ding?
Yeah, that's the noise that it makes.
I can do that.
Okay. Alright. This is going to be a mental and an operate, I'm guessing?
Yeah, that
'Cause I'm
sounds
going to
like it
build
works.
something?
Yep.
Okay, and because it's relatively important, I'm also going to do my, which one was it? My miracle worker as well.
Is there any way Wash can help? Or no, because it's not a player character, we're not going to do that.
Technically no, but he
Oh.
could.
I don't think he really needs it. Oh, alright.
You don't need
You're
it?
like,
It's a 17.
He's like, I can help you.
17.
Like,
Yeah.
Excellent. You make it. You make a tracking device that can track down signals, basically.
Okay, I'm going to go through the...
Excellent.
Can I start in the cargo bay?
Absolutely. It's higher than the cargo bay, upper level, and behind and further back on the ship.
As I thought, there's one
Is it
room
on
we
the
didn't
outside of the
search
ship?
from the
That
guest
would
rooms.
be, I reckon, a set.
I went in all
5.
three,
Because if
but
it
I
goes
didn't
up
search
into
them really. I
the
just
back,
had it
that's
nosy.
the guest
Well,
quarters.
we didn't really get to search
Oh, I thought they were up in the neck.
the Baron's daughter's room.
Isn't that all the
Oh, I
doors?
thought that was up with you, but
Oh,
maybe
sorry.
it is.
I thought the little... in the neck. Isn't that where the guest quarters are?
No, that's your quarters.
Oh,
Those are your quarters.
So the guest quarters, where are they?
They're at the back. They're in here somewhere. Like,
Oh,
That's what it's
Yeah,
okay.
that's
Oh.
where
Oh,
we're
well, if that's up and to the back.
yeah. Okay, well, alright. So if it's that way, can I go up towards the guest quarters?
absolutely can.
Does it get stronger?
No, it goes further away.
Which means it must be towards the cockpit.
Oh. Is that right?
Hmm?
Towards the cockpit.
It's higher up.
higher up. I guess.
Mess
roll.
hall.
It's in the mess.
Oh.
Give us a... It'll be a notice, plus maybe a physical roll while you try and search for it in the room.
8 and...
Is anyone with you or just by yourself?
I think I'm just by myself at the moment. because everyone else is around.
I guess it's dark.
It's a 9.
9. Excellent. You find it. It's behind some tin cans in the pantry.
Okay, so I wouldn't have really known who's put it there.
It's a small little device. It's not flashing. It's just... But you can tell it's mechanical.
And that's blocking
Is it-
our comms.
Is it handmade? Or
Doesn't look
would
it.
this be
It looks
like-
quite expensive.
Okay. I'm gonna smash it.
Smash it?
Yep.
Okay. Smash it.
Do I have to physical it?
No.
Okay.
It's pretty fragile. Like you could break it if you step
Okay,
on it or
I'm just,
something.
yeah, I'm just gonna bash it on the counter.
Done. Okay.
And then I'm gonna message Mal saying I found it and I've turned it off.
Turned it off.
You're in the bridge. Turned it off.
She did turn it off.
Off!
Can you turn it back on for a sec?
Give me 5!
Okay, so with that, wait, can you contact us because the whole ship's off? Did we leave comms, internal comms?
Did you?
on?
I don't think you did.
I think
No,
you have
if
to
we
run
turn
it
back
off,
to
then
the
we're
bridge.
That's okay, that's not very far, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna say,
On the bridge.
Basic. Oh Jesus Christ!
You would have heard me coming.
Wells turns the scanner back on. He's like, they're closing fast, Captain. They're in visual range now.
Okay, so we either make a run?
Visuals, so like we can actually see it out the windows now.
Yes.
What is it we're seeing?
You're seeing.
Good question. What sort of shit?
Or medial?
Oh, I did have it right
Maybe
here.
great big Alliance cruiser or something? No. What are you doing? What are you doing? No one's paying attention to you, are they, Lucas?
Damn it. It was written right here. Where was it? There it is. Ship is a modified tramp freighter. And it's bristling with guns.
Ooh. Does it have any like?
We don't have any. We just decided not to put any
Logos?
on
Can we turn things on and run?
Does it have like logo? Is
I
it
might
like
get
a?
back down to the
No.
engine bay if you don't mind, Captain.
So,
I might get back down to the engine bay
Yeah.
if that's okay.
go for it. Yeah, does it have any, like, Reaper sort of
No.
stuff on it? Okay.
I keep hearing loud footsteps going back and forth overhead.
Okay, so...
Can you give us a
Oh yeah, from me. It's like going, what?
it'll be a
I
notice.
was waiting to hear, so like, I'm like, exosuits or boarding. Alright, so I'm gonna
Anything
run
on-
for the 19th time back down to the engine bay.
Is there anything like a history roll, a knowledge roll?
Is that no?
There's no.
No,
No.
a no plus notice maybe. Give us a roll for that, Captain.
So yep.
Okay, got no.
W.
If you'd like my notice, I can try and help. I've got good notice.
I don't think I have a no.
No, you
Middle column.
Yeah, second.
Oh no! Oh god, I was thinking NO. Right. Yeah, I'll need some help on this. one.
Actually, I would love there to be a skill that just says NO.
Yeah, can we say that I've gone up to help
Yes.
them figure out the...
Okay.
So I can give you a D10.
So how do we do that? Do we replace the no with that D10?
So what are you trying to do?
Roll high.
Do what?
Yeah, what are we rolling for exactly?
You're trying to assess the vessel, basically.
Oh, okay, right.
That's what you're trying to do, I thought.
What it is.
Yeah.
Thank you. So what am I rolling? I'm rolling a 10 and a... What was it? Notice. 6?
And I
you
think
get,
you
you get a third.
You get your own dice
So
for
you,
no,
get your mental and your no and her D10,
Oh,
and mine
and
as
then
well.
you pick the two highest numbers.
Right, okay.
So you still get to roll
an
your
eight on that one.
your 8.
Jeez, that's an 8.
Well, what are you rolling?
Mental,
Oh, mental. Okay.
and
right.
then notice, and
Yeah.
then the no that we replaced. Is that right?
Wait.
It's just mental and no.
Mental and no,
Mental and no.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
so-
you got
and then you got hers as well.
So
You should have
3.
three
You've
dice.
got-
So you should have 3
Three,
dice,
yeah.
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 And you take your 3 highest numbers.
2.
2.
2, sorry, 2.
Was it 2 total? What?
No,
You,
it's
take, you,
fine.
take, you take your 2 highest numbers.
It's a 6 total.
6, okay. All you do know is that it's a possible pirate ship that
Oh.
frequents the rim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, evasive maneuvers, turn everything back on and let's go. If it's a freighter, did you say?
Correct.
We should be able to outrun that, given its size, although...
Walsh looks at you, he's like, it's a possibility, Captain. Depends what they got on board, I suppose, but yes, we'll try. He
Alright.
cranks it, you feel the ship
go, let's...
take off basically as fast as it can.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're going to let
with
anyone
your-
know what's happening?
Jane's just still working out.
The ship's moving and it's just like, no, I'm doing really well.
Well, the hard thing is that I don't want to announce it over the comms and tell all our passengers as well that we're about to be attacked. Or do I? Because it's just me and Wash up there at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah. Zoe came as well, didn't she? Or-
Yeah, I came
Yeah.
up. I came up.
Didn't you leave though? I thought you left for something.
Yeah,
No,
Or
one of the
you-
Well, I
lights-
just
one of the
came up
lights
to
were
help
off.
you.
Oh, you were
so-
down in the corridor watching the
Yeah, yeah,
other people,
the
but you'd
door,
come
but
back
then
up.
I came back up, yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright,
Mhm.
so while we're taking evasive maneuvers, I'll ask Zoe to get on the PA and just give a bit of a quick update.
Yeah, sure. Just like to everyone.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tell everyone. Yeah, if we're getting chased and we're about to be boarded, maybe
Yeah.
Seth will come in handy.
Yeah, you're going to experience a little turbulence, everyone, but just bear with us. Seems we got someone coming to check in on us that we don't want getting too close. So hang tight, and we should be in clear waters any minute now.
I'll
Okay.
get myself near the docking port with Vera.
You got Vera
ready
up?
to go.
Excellent. Okay, so cranking it, they're following. Walsh is like, they're sort of gaining on us, Captain. Slowly but surely, they're gaining on us.
We're still days away from where we're trying to get to, right?
Yes.
Is there anything else?
A few days left.
I'm not in the room, sorry.
Is there anything like asteroid belts or any planets close by?
No, it's pretty black out here at the moment, Captain.
In the middle of nowhere, being chased by pirates.
Yes.
Still
And they're
really
in
hard
visual
to find.
range, so Crybaby won't work? Or would Crybaby work?
They're a bit close for that at the moment.
Didn't we get like flares or something when we were building this ship?
Yeah, but they haven't fired at us as such.
That's true.
Mm.
But they also haven't hailed us. They turned off our comms, so they don't want to have conversation.
Actually, maybe we should hail them and just go,
What up?
hello. Why are you chasing us?
Might not hurt.
Can you stop, please?
Yeah, we could make a deal.
Let's just hail them and say, what do you want? Just blunt. Because we know that if they're chasing us, they don't want a cup of tea. So just, I hail them over the comms, say, what do you want?
You don't get a response.
What if you just keep hailing them and like annoy and distract them?
I was going to say, why don't we do a barrel roll?
We could do both. Just go.
Alright, so I call all crew up to the flight deck, except I'll ask you to jump down and keep an eye on the passengers in their area, keep them secure in there, because I don't want them roaming the ship.
And maybe put them all in the same room.
Yeah.
Seeing that you know that now somebody's put the jamming device in.
Yeah, one of us
Yep.
did it.
Yeah.
So get everyone up onto the flight deck. We'll just know the other plan and keep an eye on the passengers to make sure they're not up to no good.
I'm looking at mean.
Who's rounding up the guests?
We're just doing.
I'm
it over
rounding
to
up the
you.
guests.
Jane, excellent.
Yeah.
So you find the wedding planner in a room, but Seth and Lilianna are not present.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So make the wedding planner follow me while I search through that top deck.
Yep.
The mess and everything.
Do you want to let us know, or are you just gonna just see what you can find first?
Mail! Permission! I just call out.
Alright. Well, can I hear you? Because I can send the preacher down to give you a hand.
Yeah. I bellow out through the whole ship. So
Yeah, is there any way to leave our ship?
Unless you go by the transports. You got 2
shuttles.
shuttles.
Yeah, I'd
And
go.
they're close to the cockpit, right?
No, they're sort of on
On the
I
wings.
just-
barrel,
I-
the wings.
Okay.
Inara is currently on hers.
Okay, so we got her there. Maybe, yeah, that would be a good place to check.
Yeah, I was going to go see River and originally to corral her up, but after hearing some of that, I want to ask her if she's seen where the other 2 went.
You went to see Inara, sorry?
River.
River! It's like, I did see them.
Do you know where they went?
They're somewhere on the ship.
Do you know where on the ship?
Well, maybe in the cargo area.
Do you want to come with me to?
Not really, no.
She's your sister, man.
How do you feel about being away from them in the cockpit?
I'm good. I think I'll go get something to eat.
How do you feel about the pirates coming to get you?
Yeah, do you get any vibes off the pirates?
No. I'll hide when they come. It's okay.
Okay, please do. Don't. Yeah, if they come on board, just hide and don't let them know that you're there. Okay, I'm gonna go try and check the other shuttle.
It's empty. Walsh goes to the captain. He's like, they're going to catch up in about, I'd say about 10 minutes, Captain, unless we do something drastic here.
I can bypass the regulators and make it run hot for a while.
You could. Why are you telling me?
Yeah.
Is there any long-term damage to the ship if we do that?
Well, you might sacrifice some non-critical components, but that's about
Let's
it.
do it. Go for it. But then where are we going to exactly? Because we
Away
can
from
outrun them for a bit longer, but...
Well, I'm
Yeah.
still heading towards Rim's Dream at the moment, Captain.
Yeah, but that's
General
how
direction.
far away is that?
Yeah, how long can we run hot for?
You can only run hot for an hour and a half.
If that's enough time to get us to go dark again, because clearly they were
Outrun 'em.
tracking us, although you didn't find a tracking device.
We did, we broke it.
Was
Well,
that the
was a
tracking
comms
device?
blocker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was a comms blocker.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm assuming that's...
It was
the
both.
jamming would be
Right.
Both
Oh,
cleared
okay.
up.
Okay,
Right,
okay.
okay.
So
Yeah.
run for a bit, hide for a bit,
Yeah.
and in the meantime, find out where these two missing people are.
Yeah, let's
Sounds
do
like a plan.
So run.
Alright.
Break.
that.
I'm gonna go into the cargo bay and because you're checking the shuttles.
Yeah, I was just in the first shuttle.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go down to the cargo bay and because that's where our exit ramp is, right?
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna go and chill there and make sure no one does anything crazy to exit the ship.
Got it?
Do you need me to roll for my engine?
Yes. It is a engines roll. Built for speed or pilot? Probably. That's what it says here. Is that a thing that you have?
Operate?
Operate?
Or is that a
Because
stat
that's
on
what
the
it says
ship
here. 'Cause it
itself?
says here that
Might be a ship stat. Yeah.
possibly because with my signature asset being that I realigned her systems myself, I can get her to do this burn once per session.
Oh, okay.
And it says that I get to double the operate.
Yeah, nice.
So,
So
I'm assuming
operate's
it's
definitely a roll.
it's a mental and an operate.
That sounds good to me.
And it's a 16.
16, excellent. You are able to get that going.
So that gets us burning fast.
You are burning hard and fast.
Yeah.
Hoss turns around and he's like, Captain, we're pulling away from them.
What I like to hear.
We're going about twice as fast, I'd say.
Oh.
Okay,
Hopefully Kaylee can keep us going like this.
Captain, you've got about an hour and a half till she burns out. So get us somewhere else.
We're going to have to change course slightly. Not completely, but slightly alter our course so we're not going directly to, was it Dreams?
The Rim's Dream.
Rim's Dream.
Is there any planets we can hide behind? Or, you know, in the...
Yeah, is there a star map or something of something that's...
There is a star map, but
There was nothing like immediate wash. So I think.
I don't think there was
It's pretty
anything.
dark out
Is
here,
there
but
anything
an hour and a
within
half
an
is-
hour and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
I
definitely
mean,
can't
I'd really
double
hate to
that.
say it, but I mean, can we put out a call to the Alliance at all? As much as you hate it.
It was a last ditch effort.
I know how much you hate them and all, but
We haven't
I mean, I
actually
think-
done anything illegal this time.
yeah, that's true.
We're going to, but we haven't done it yet. Well, you know, unless we've boarded, maybe we'll ask for help.
I mean, you've got to come down to the problem that, you know, we've got a trader on board.
I just want to know if there's something close by. Like, if I can get a visualization of that's there's a few planets or something, or maybe there's like a trading shipping lane that we can get close to. That's got
It might have other ships in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm sort of thinking. Because surely you would think in space there's like trade lanes that they follow to
You
go
think
from
so?
place to
I
place.
mean, you know, from Persephone to, you know, I mean, it's a massive cruise liner in space. You think there'd be something.
Yeah.
It's on a main line somewhere.
Well, even if the cruise liner moves, you'd think it would go to like major ports.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I imagine it's like.
So the only planet nearby is Phosphorone, and it's doubling back to where you started, basically. So
We don't really want to do that.
No, we don't. And there's no shipping lanes or anything.
not in the direction you're traveling.
Sucks. Why do we choose this route?
Okay.
Um,
Well, if we burn for an hour and a half and get that much further in front of them,
And then go dark.
then we can go dark and just wait them out.
Yeah, well, we
But
could
I
do a
think you're
dog
right.
leg. Turn,
Yeah.
head another direction,
Yeah, and then
That's
come
not
dump
back.
the crybaby, go dark, and head back to where
that's
we're going.
exactly what I was thinking.
And maybe take a bit of a roundabout loop because they know we're going from A to B.
Yeah,
So
I like that idea.
Ah, the old dog-leg crybaby. Every time!
Alright, that's our plan.
Sounds
we're
like a
gonna
good
go for an
plan.
hour and a half solid, and then Wait, so we're gonna do go dark, crybaby, and then dogleg, or are we gonna go?
Start the dog leg while we're fast.
Yep.
yeah,
Lead them in the
We're
wrong.
in
the
Lead them in
thing,
the wrong
and then
direction.
go that way.
So we're not gonna go dark after we've dropped it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Go-
go dark after we drop
yeah,
the
go dark.
crybaby.
When we're
Okay.
out.
Yeah, because
burn.
Serenity can run relatively silent.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, that's what we'll do then. So we'll burn hot, and then we'll drop it, and then we'll go for a bit longer, and then we'll go silent because we don't want to go dark right
Yeah, you want to get a bit further
We
away.
want to still be
yeah.
burning.
Yeah, you don't want to be like
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
You're
That's-
like,
that's a
they
bit-
can't sense us, but they can see you.
If you push the crybaby, it will just have perpetual motion for a while.
So a couple of hours
So what's a black
travelling in
hole,
a
surely?
sort of hexagonal upwards direction to our, because we're in space, so we, you know,
But they
go,
never do that though. They're all on the same level.
right? So we're gonna go up, and then we're gonna go towards our destination.
Yeah, it's an upwards dog leg.
So at some point they're just
They will
underneath
never
us
sit.
like...
They don't look up.
It's like an upside down dog.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Right, we've got our
We're
plan.
getting this belly
Yeah.
scratched.
We're putting it into motion.
That was very clearly expressed.
Yes, yes it was. It's okay. Walsh understands what he has to do, so that's okay.
It's like, oh yeah, the old dog leg crybaby. So is
The
there
old upside down
anything
dog leg.
going on in the cargo bay or in any of the shuttles?
No,
Okay.
very
Yeah,
quiet,
I'm
very
still
empty.
searching the ship,
I was gonna say,
dragging
you
Nova
go.
around,
Find the
looking for
Oh, are you?
Yeah, well,
Lilianna.
You checking all the nooks and
Sorry,
crannies?
I'm in
Checking
the
all the
yeah,
nooks and
yeah.
crannies.
Sorry.
Give us a while you're doing that. Give us a notice plus. Be another one.
Where are you?
It's like a search one or something. He's down in the cargo bay, searching all the nooks and crannies down there.
Notice, so is that mental and notice?
A mental notice? Yeah, give us a mental notice.
Oh, can
I'm
I help? 'Cause I'm
searching
searching there too.
Well, I was
Yeah, you
searching
can
too. I was going to
definitely
lend you my
help.
10 mental.
Yeah, that would very much
I've
help.
got 10 notes.
Okay. Do I get help from two people?
Absolutely.
Oh really?
Oh, no, I think it's only one.
I
Isn't
think you can. It's just if something goes bad, we're all in it.
Oh,
it? That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Yes, yes.
We can
You're
do
all
that.
dragged
That's
in
okay.
basically.
13.
A 13.
Ooh.
Okay. So you're all searching, was it, or you're just all in the general area looking? Basically?
I think.
I was
Well, I was
I'm-
going to help
Yeah,
search.
searching.
Excellent. Okay, so you're searching the nooks and crannies in the cargo hold. It's quite dark under there. They use the Firefly for smuggling goods that they shouldn't be, basically. And all you see is a blade at your throat.
Oh, that'll turn Jane on.
And we can't. He's
Oh.
he's off out of sight of us.
Yes.
This is no way to start a first date.
He withdraws his sword. It's like, has this been solved? Are we still being chased?
Sorry.
We're pulling away from them. We'll be safe eventually. Where'd you go?
We've been here, hiding.
Well, you might want to let us know about it next time you go hiding.
It's best if no one knows where we are.
Yeah, well, I've been told to keep an eye on all three of you guests. Let's go back to our rooms.
No, we'll be safer here.
You'll be safer where I tell you to be. I got Vera.
You point the gun at him, or are you just holding it?
I'm holding it aggressively.
He looks it over and that's quite the gun you have there.
Yep, and you want to be on the backside of it. So,
He
move
puts
it out.
his sword away and he heads out with Lilianna.
Cool. And I'm dragging over along as
What's
well.
wrong?
Sorry, did I miss something there?
That was
Was it just the
searching
two of them? Where's Nova?
I've been dragging her around the whole time.
Oh,
She was in a room.
sorry.
Yeah, she was just chilling.
Sorry.
She was chilling in her room with a wound on her arm that
Sorry, I
seems
was
to be the
obviously
size
just
of something you could have broken.
preoccupied there with the engine.
Just go to the toilet.
Maybe she was
Why-
hiding.
What?
the
Maybe she was
comms
comfortable
jammer.
knowing that somebody was coming.
Yeah. I think maybe she was hiding the comms jammer in her arm.
Oh, and cut
Yeah.
it out.
Oh, I cut it out.
That's pretty. Why not their pocket though? It's not like we patted them down.
We probably should
Pretty
have.
We
extreme.
could have though.
Yeah, we could. But we could check the kitchen to see if any knives were used or missing or whatever. I think she's definitely suspect number one.
Well, my problem is like there was the floor is not sharp enough to do that.
Yeah, we could just ask, would the device fit in this size wound? Yes, you're guilty.
Yeah, no further question. Honestly, I was.
With,
Yeah, I
with the
think.
knife from the kitchen, which they had access
How big or
to.
small is the device? Because
The
me
blood
personally, I was
was in
going
the
like this, so I
room.
don't know.
Oh, okay,
It could've-
yeah.
she
so
could've
she
nicked
took
the
the
knife.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that still seems excessive. I mean, why not just put it here or somewhere.
Yeah,
up
it's
here.
not like we patted them down when they entered the ship. Right?
Yeah.
But
And that
how
would
were
be-
they
Yeah,
supposed
maybe
to
they
know
thought
that?
we might have.
That's true.
Probably going.
They were expecting us to be way more
Damn.
secure.
We probably should have
Haven't
patted
you?
them down
Hindsight's
and like
But
given
would
it
they
a good
do
old
that?
like. There's something weird in your
You really
forearm.
should have got that medical bay thing.
Yeah, we just
The
should just
full
scan
body
everyone.
scanner.
who ever
Yeah.
Would they do that in the show though? Would they pat them down? Do you reckon, or would they?
I mean,
just
they
sort of-
don't do it.
Well, they
in
did
the
it trade
episode,
things.
Like,
Mm.
yeah, but
Not all
not,
the
not
time,
for
but-
passengers coming on board.
No.
Not for 3 shiny people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're in the spectre.
Maybe what we should do is have like what they have at airports.
Yeah,
So
like
they've
a
got to
body
take their shoes off and
scanner.
their belt buckle.
Like,
What's that going to help if it's inside the skin?
We're
No,
bringing
but then
back
we
old
make them go in
traditions.
front of in
On
one of those
X-ray
like
machine.
3D
Yeah.
X-ray machines, yeah. And then we'd
You
go,
can
oh,
build
there's
that,
something
right?
weird.
I'm sure I can.
Cobbled together metal. It just walks through this.
It just makes the most horrible grinding
I know.
noise as it goes around.
No! We can just stick them behind Serenity and just light them up.
The whole ship is just like a X-ray machine. Alright, we're good to keep going, sorry.
Okay.
We have a theory.
Yeah.
Theory. Okay. So, you do your maneuver. Walsh outruns them. You go dark. You do your dog leg.
We
Cry
drop the
baby.
crybaby.
Drop the
Then
crybaby.
we go half dog leg.
Yep.
Then we go dark.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think that's
Yeah. Or I presume, do we need to go dark? We can just keep going. But
Yeah,
how far?
but
do
I
we
mean,
They're
like,
quiet,
it's,
not dark.
Yeah, it's quiet, yeah, it's
Yeah,
quiet, not
yeah,
dark, yeah.
You'd still maintain your speed
I
if you
think-
shut everything down as such.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
You're in space, so
Yeah.
keep moving as such.
just for a
Unless you
few
stop
hours.
yourself on
Yeah,
purpose.
actually, if we do like a bit of a weird route and then set us in the right direction and we've gone like above, they never look up.
Mm.
Yeah.
We can just keep going.
Just keep going.
Just straight over the top of them.
Well, I guess the thing is we want to get up there and then get ourselves up to speed enough that we can just go forward, then cut all the power down enough so we can still go. But
What
if
you
they
need to do is
can-
come back down behind them and actually just get sucked along in their wash.
Where's
the
that
truck?
ship
Okay.
twice as big on
We're
the
gonna
Are
Tour
they,
de France
are they
then.
going to Omega?
Yeah, we just like, throw a rope around them and let them tug us all the way to the end.
Didn't we get a...
Attractive
We
baby, yes.
did get it.
Oh, nothing to do with the tractor beam. I thought we just got the
Cattle.
the claw thing, yeah.
I
We
think
just like, chung, and took on.
yeah, we didn't have enough options to choose that,
Oh, okay.
but maybe that's what we get next.
Well, I figure if we shut down things enough that we're out of range of their radars to not pick us up, then we can go for a couple of hours and then turn things back on
Yeah.
in the evening.
Sounds good.
That's the plan.
Yeah.
You enact all that and basically turn everything back on. Walsh says the radar's clear.
Phew.
There's nothing out
Oh,
there.
good, because I can only do that once. Sorry, guys.
I would like to talk to Kaylee and see if I can see the crushed device.
Yeah, can you test that for like blood or something?
Yeah, like how big is it? Okay, so it's not going to fit in her arm. Because that would be like
What if
a bit bigger than that. Like maybe if it was
How big
somewhere
are her
else on the
arms?
persona or
Did we get a description of how she
What
could
if
be
she's like
hench?
ripped?
maybe she had implants somewhere.
Yeah. I would also just like do a little measurement of it, but do want to kind of test if it has
Well,
any.
can you DNA it at all?
Surely I can at least test if there's any like biological material on those.
Yes, so there's nothing.
So
They
sure.
use gloves.
Yeah, they put it in a glove and then they put it.
Okay, so after we've gone up and we've done our dog leg and we're running quiet, we slowly get the systems back on and
Yep.
I call everybody up to the mess hall.
Everyone, including the guests?
Yep, everyone. And I just straight up throw the broken device on the bench and say, alright, tell us what's going on.
Seth's the one that walks forward and picks it up. This is a Blue Sun tracking device.
Don't they make coffee?
Yes. Blue Sun make a lot of things.
Oh, okay. Just know they make coffee.
It's all in the same factory.
Probably.
Actually, that's what my test picked up. It picked up a trace amount of like coffee. on
Coffee.
it. I was like, ooh, it's actually quite good.
Wasn't it behind the coffee tin?
What can you tell us about it?
He throws it back on the table. It's called a whistler. It's meant to block comms and put out a signal at the same time.
So why did you put it on our ship?
Definitely not mine, Captain.
Well, I know me and my crew wouldn't have use for this in my own ship.
We'll be able to afford it, Captain.
Hold
Sorry.
back laughter. So
This
it
is
was one
not
of you
cheap
three.
tech.
It was one of you three.
How are the other, just while the captain's talking, how, like, we saw what Seth did, like, behind that, how are the others reacting? Or how did the others react?
Sorry?
How did Nova and Lilianna react when that was thrown? Like, yeah, when that was thrown on the table, what was everyone's instinctual reaction?
Like Lilianna sort of pushed her head to the side and just looked at it. Didn't look like she really noticed what it was. Wedding planner looks at it, just raises an eyebrow. That was about it.
Is there any kind of, like, human insight check in this scene? Like,
Don't think so.
okay, never mind.
It would be a social check, wouldn't it?
Social notice,
Social notice, yeah.
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah. Maybe while the captain's kind of interrogating them, is there any role I could do to just kind of keep an eye on the other people's reactions?
Their mannerisms and
yeah,
things.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. To see if anyone, like, even if they're not speaking, is kind of like showing signs of more knowledge than they might let on.
Yep, it'll be a social notice roll. Try that. Walsh actually speaks up as well. He's like, well, Captain, it honestly could have been on the ship for a while. These things can lay dormant for a while. Just putting that out there, Captain.
It seems very suspicious though that we're on our way to a prolific drop off for a high value target that seems to go off right here and now.
Nine.
9, okay. You don't notice anything out of the ordinary, except for Lilianna Fairchild. It seems a bit jittery, but that's about it.
It's all the coffee.
I look at Nova and say, did you pull this out of your arm?
No, Captain. I don't think it would fit looking at it.
I'll look at her suspiciously and nod.
Would she be opposed
You've won this round.
to me, like, trying to measure her arm to see if it would fit?
Discreetly pulls out measuring tape.
Just asking for the floor. You measure it and you don't think it will fit.
Oh, that ship had like hella guns on it. I wonder if that's. Do we we Cortex the company that made it?
Blue Sun,
Blue Sun.
absolutely.
Or
Blue
just
Sun.
ask Seth, who clearly knows lots about it. But yeah, Blue Sun. I'd like to.
Blue Sun's a big conglomerate business. Basically, they make everything. Like,
I don't suppose it has a serial number on it, does it?
Should we ask Seth what his favourite coffee brand is?
it
Everyone
did, but
knows
it
Blue Sun.
smashed.
Yeah, it did before you broke it.
Can I put it back together enough to find out the serial number?
It does not look like it, no.
Oh.
Does Seth say anything else? Like, is he not concerned about this, or is he just nonchalant, like, oh yeah, that's this model, cool? Like, he's not stressed that his target almost came under attack?
You asking him or you just observing him?
Just more curious that he just picked it up and looked at it and then just carried on with life.
Yeah.
Like,
Basically-
surely he would say more, right?
You can see that he's busy thinking inside his head if that's what you're asking.
Okay, so I look at Seth and say, what's your thoughts on this one?
So it's probably the people that were putting the death threats out, whether they're trying to kill her or capture her, I'm not sure.
But how would they have access to the Serenity?
That is the question. No one boarded while you were on Fesperone?
No, before we took the contract only 3 hours before they boarded, so there wasn't enough time
Yeah.
for anybody from the message to get out there and then to get to our ship to put the bug on the ship. So
Well, technically, Shepherd, Wash, and River and Anara were all on the ship
yeah.
during that time that we were all in the
Correct.
meeting.
So we look at Walsh and say, hey, did anyone come on the ship while we were off it?
He puts up his hands like, I don't think so, Captain. I didn't see anyone aboard. Seth's also like, we knew we were going on this ship days before
Who said that?
The Baron told us we were using your ship.
But we hadn't even accepted the job, so how would they know that we'd be our ship?
The Badger accepted it, I was told.
Okay.
The
Do we have any details about the job that we did for Badger? The previous job?
No, but irrelevant. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
going to
wondering
say,
if,
Yeah,
somebody
if
sneaked
anyone-
something on board with the previous job.
or if the badger's double crossing us.
No, he always does.
Well, but specifically in this case.
I mean, there's a reason why he ends up ruling hell.
I look at Nova with my eyes wide open, staring into her soul, and say, "Why'd you do it, Nova?"
I didn't do anything, Captain. I've been planning this wedding.
Sniff the air. Okay.
Can I
Lily?
try and intimidate her? And
I'm going to look at Lily and go, Lily, you wanted to get out of your wedding this much? You're willing to go and be kidnapped by pirates?
She looks around the room and looks at Seth and looks at the wedding planner. No, I don't want to get out of the wedding. Not sure what you're talking about.
Well, the cat's out of the bag now.
Well, no, I'm also just saying it.
She nervously plays with her hair and is like looking around the room.
So we've just accidentally said that.
No, I'm just trying to blame her. You know, just
Oh,
like,
okay.
not necessarily letting the cat out of the bag, but
Alright.
Both
so
Seth and the wedding planner is looking at her now. It's like,
well, can I make a distraction by trying to intimidate Nova and tell her, "You're guilty. Tell us what you know."
I haven't done anything.
Can I do it crude?
Crude.
Very crude intimidation.
Yeah.
Is that physical or social?
Probably both. Physical, social.
Well,
It's a mixture. It can be both, depending on what you want.
Yeah, what do you do?
Yeah.
it's social. I'm gonna grab her and push her against the wall, and that's 12.
Okay, so she looks at you and then looks over at Captain. It's like, Captain, can you please control your crew?
I quickly tell everyone to calm down and say, I look at the Baroness. Was it Lily? Is that
Lilianna Fairchild.
Yeah, so I look at her and say, you know, maybe we just had our suspicions because the dude's 100 years old and you're only 20, so maybe we thought that maybe you don't want to marry him, none of our business, that's why we threw accusations around. Seems like everyone needs to just calm down, so why don't we just call it a night for now and everyone go back to your quarters.
Lilianna's starting to hyperventilate slightly when you're saying that. It's like, she nods.
My save.
You release Nova.
Yeah, I'll release Nova.
Captain, would you like to make this up to me later?
That's
I would
it.
like a bit of a nightcap, if that's possible.
Is this Seth or Lily?
Hmm?
Who's saying this to me?
The wedding planner.
Oh, her.
Nova.
Do I need to have another lecture about like safety?
Yeah, I'll meet her. Maybe I can gain more information. So yeah, I'll meet you up at the mess at 10 tonight.
Thank you, Captain. That sounds nice.
Wow.
Please don't invite Jen.
Private.
You know, there's a lot
Remember
of
if
like poisons that you can hide in alcohol.
just a truth serum will do.
Yeah, I don't want to poison her. Oh, you're talking about me getting poisoned.
I mean,
Either
both.
Oh,
Both options are on the table.
Who's siding one?
No, I'm saying like you should be wary, but also if we need to get rid of her, that's
Oh, I get you. Alright. Yeah, deal noted. Cool. So does anything else happen after that, or is it just
No, I believe they all go back to their rooms and
fast forward to that meetup?
Yep,
Okay,
sure.
cool. Unless anybody else wanted to do something in the
Can I
meantime.
just check in the kitchen if any knives are missing or anything like weapon-wise in public spaces?
not that you notice. There's a various collection of knives, forks, and things
Okay.
there, but
yeah, I doubt.
nothing that
No,
really
like,
stands out.
The 12th knife in
Yeah.
our drawer is missing. Okay, cool. Thank you.
yeah, the biggest knife in the knife block.
Practically a sword.
Machete.
Yeah, the machete that we keep in the kitchen for really stubborn bits of meat.
Yeah. So coming up them cows.
So it's just you and Nova, but
So, Captain, tell me about the ship.
It's made of metal and it travels fast. What else do you want to know? You have to be a bit more specific, sorry.
I was just curious. You like the ship?
I do. It's my home.
I see. And the crew? Jane's an interesting one.
What's with the questions?
I'm just trying to get to know you better, Captain.
By asking about my quarters and my crew?
Yes. Is there something else you'd like to talk about? We could go back to your quarters now if you like.
Good, thanks.
That's unfortunate.
Where did you grow up? Where did you go to school?
There we are.
Who was your best friend growing up?
What was their name? What street did they live on?
Now the interrogations turn around.
She answers that question.
at least now you know her password. You're like,
What was her mother's maiden name?
first pet.
How did you spell that again? Yeah, okay, so is this just a her coming onto me scenario or?
Basically.
Okay.
You do see Inara walk into the room as well.
Sorry, I just saw art.
What?
And
Oh,
it's
you don't
very
wanna look at that.
strange.
Why is Nara
Not meant to see that picture.
Why is Nara walking in?
She's your other love interest.
Yes.
But why is she walking? Is she just sussing us out or?
And she walked in, she's looking at you, and then she's looking at Nova. She goes in, she makes herself a tea, looks at you again, and goes to walk out.
I lean in closer to her and I say, so did you do it? Did you plant the bug?
To Nova.
Yeah.
No, Captain, not at all.
Get in closer. Get right to her ear. Come, tell me.
No,
You did it, didn't you?
I didn't, Captain.
Piercing gaze, my eyes on her skin. Okay. I just stand up, look at her, and backwards walk out of the room and go to my quarters.
Okay. That ends that.
We're all
The
great
10 pages
at
that you were
talking to
holding.
Yeah. Okay, so
Get up the vibe with my crew.
Go see Nora, fall in love, be happy.
She's gonna get off of her like these people talking about poisons and the captain's just
Socially awkward.
Yeah. I'm married, otherwise I'd hit on her, but go on.
Okay. So, other than that, the next few days, it's another day and a half out, basically. Assuming you go to bed after that, nothing else happens for the night, unless you want it to. And it's the next day and a half, not much else of significance happens. Unless you want to find out more or do some more research before you arrive at Rim's Dream.
Do we want to do research on the company? Or
Yeah, I think we should do it a bit of a Google search. I wonder if we didn't have a great look at it, but we had a glance at the ship that was coming at us.
Yeah, it had lots of guns, which isn't necessarily
That's
unlikely for a pirate ship, but I'm wondering,
What was-
considering we're taking her to an arms dealer, if there's anything like
Yeah.
unique.
Also because it was converted from another ship, I'm wondering if there's like any chatter online about that particular vessel.
but do we know what it's called?
Or just like a vague description of that kind
Just
of
like
thing.
a bounty hunter fire, because like we've got a really high value client, a really high value piece of tech that was blocking our stuff, but they're not a very high value ship. It's like a hodgepodge, right? Like it's a load of guns welded to like another purpose ship. If I remembered that right, like a pirate ship,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
It wasn't like a fancy, you know. So I'm wondering if they're just someone who's been like a gun for hire kind of thing.
Okay, when Wash saw them on the radar, was there any registration details picked up or transponder details picked up by the pirate ship? By us?
No, they were not reporting.
Did we at least see kind of the model of it? Like it was a particular type of ship that had been retrofitted?
Yes.
Okay, so we maybe can Google.
So what sort of ship was it?
Was there something
It was a
greater?
freighter.
Yeah, but it had a name, didn't it?
Did. trying to find that page again. There's a bit on the way back. Cortex bodyguard. Right.
We just have to be careful what is it, Cortex out there?
It's a tramp freighter.
I mean, I would offer my encyclopedia, but I don't think it has this specific ship in it somehow.
Were they ever within distance to shoot at us?
Yes.
And they didn't.
Correct.
But they didn't want to talk to us, so they wanted to board us
Yes.
and kidnap her. Kill her. Either way, not just blow us up in the sky.
I
They
assume
wanted to kill
kidnap
her, like,
because
blow
if
her
they
up.
wanted to kill her, they would just blow us all
Yeah.
up.
So take her hostage, or someone hostage, or whatever.
She's got a rich daddy and a rich future husband, so
Yeah. Can I try and do a Google?
You want to Google the ship?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, so you're Googling the ship for a TCT 64 class.
Is that what it is?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. Save me looking it up.
A
Kaylee would know.
A tramp class transport 64 series.
Can I just ask Kaylee? Kaylee will probably just tell
Yeah.
you all about it.
Yeah, but I won't be able to tell you about any particular pirate ones.
Well,
Yeah.
I just tell you about the
specifically
ship.
wanted to know if anyone had ever talked online about a ship like that being retrofitted into a pirate ship.
Yes, quite
Oh yeah,
common.
maybe I talk to people on, I don't know,
Cortex.
InstaVortex.
It's
Yeah.
quite a common ship for the pirates to use that model.
Okay.
It's very easy, very versatile.
So there's no point posting on Space Reddit.
Anyone seen this
No.
ship? We love it.
This is like, yeah.
They're used
There's
by
a lot
pirates
of
that
them.
frequent the rim, preying on unarmed transport ships, stealing the cargo and taking hostages to hold for ransom.
Okay,
So it could have had nothing to do with that. But
Well,
the
it surely
blocker
had
thing.
The transponder had something
Yeah.
jamming thing.
Well, because the was it called like a whisper?
The Whistler?
Whistler. Does the what? Do we know? I might actually ask Kaylee about this. Do we know the way it works? Does it give a signal to a specific ship?
Oh yeah, can I do some investigating into the?
No, it's just a general thing that anyone would be able to pick up if they know what frequency and thing that's going on.
Okay. So it is at least. Oh, but why would they approach us like that? Is that a normal pirate tactic to do what they did?
I mean, we kept her safe, so I suppose in some ways
It worked.
it worked. We're going to be able to get her where we're going. Maybe we
We
just
just don't
have to
know.
get there and figure out our plan for. Because we're still just trying to complete this job. We could simplify it by not helping her out and just dropping her off and getting the hell out of there.
But the necklace, the sapphire, the diamonds.
Are we really happy leaving her in this situation?
We don't know her.
She's rich. What do we care?
Yeah. She's not our kind.
If she doesn't like her husband that much, she can offer him.
That's actually
Yeah.
maybe I should give her a talk about like the.
Has she ever just said no to her dad? Like, what would happen?
Yeah, well, honestly, for one thing, she needs to learn how to say no.
But-
Poison.
But it's her true love, and the necklace with the sapphires and the diamond.
But are they really in love? I don't really trust her.
Oh, didn't she? So her dad, like, kidnapped her
The lover.
lover.
And he's holding him hostage, so then she goes through with the arranged
Gosh,
marriage.
so
What if we get access to the kitchens on the ship we're going to, and we poison all the wine, and then we tell the people we don't want to die not to drink it, and then
How many
everyone
people are
else.
going to this wedding?
Big ship.
It's called collateral damage. Jack.
Well, surely there's a specific like section that's just doing the wedding
The
preparation.
wedding wine.
That's a lot of wine bottles,
You
though.
wouldn't need a lot of poison.
Yeah. Even I have to say something about the kill everyone plan.
Really, Jane?
Simon, that's how you know you've gone too far.
Yeah, they're not cattle.
I probably wouldn't kill cattle that way, but okay.
But maybe we can investigate some possibilities when we get to the cruise ship. But it'd be a good idea if we had some inside information on the cruise ship. So if you wanted to infiltrate the med bays, I don't know.
Maybe that's a good idea.
Where are we up to now?
We can just arrive. I think it was implied that like we can just be.
We can do
cruise ship
anything
if we want.
before
We've got a
we
day and a
arrive.
half,
Ah, right.
so we can plan,
It was all
prepare,
smooth
or just
sailing
be
into it.
there.
It's just whether we had any more investigating to
Yeah,
do.
we
or
failed miserably at figuring out what's actually
Well,
going on.
can we investigate the Baron's yacht? Is there a map of how that's laid out? Because we know we've got to take Lilianna to that yacht, and that yacht potentially has Daniel stowed away on it.
We could
And
also ask him not to meet us on the ship if we felt like it was. Oh no, we don't actually want to hand her over. Never mind.
do we need to bring Liliana to the Baron's ship?
That
Yes,
was supposed to be.
because that's when we get paid.
Well, I thought we were getting paid when we brought her onto the cruise ship.
Yeah, the room's dream.
Yeah, so his
Because, yeah,
yacht
meet
is
us
is docked to the
Oh,
cruise
okay.
ship.
Right.
So we've got to walk through the cruise ship to his thing to hand her over, and that's when we get
Yeah.
paid.
Yeah,
And
so
then we need her to get the necklace in the morning before the wedding,
Right,
and
okay.
so she's got to be there, and then we need to get her and her necklace away from the wedding, and
Okay.
potentially find Daniel.
So are we docking Serenity with Rim's dream, or are we docking with the Baron's yacht?
Why are you asking me?
Oh,
Oh,
is there
do
a
we have an
choice?
option?
Like, can we?
You can definitely try. You don't know.
Wouldn't the
No
ship,
one's been to Rim's Dream before that's here, I'd say.
wouldn't
Oh,
they tell us over the comms as we're
Correct.
Yeah.
Where to dock, how to dock, that sort of thing.
Okay,
Yes.
so we can just follow the rules because we kind of don't want to kick up a
Yeah.
fuss
Yeah.
unless we were gonna like really sneak on. I think we can just adhere to that maybe. She was gonna like get to the wedding morning anyway, and then give us the necklace
Yeah. No, yeah.
with
at
the
some point.
idea that that's going to be given to her by her. So we can't ruin the wedding if we want that necklace, which I
No,
think
well,
Jane
it's on
does.
the-
So,
it's-
I'm
it's on
getting
the-
a sense.
so between her getting that on the wedding morning and the wedding ceremony, we've got to try and rescue Daniel and take her away.
Did we commit to rescuing Daniel or just?
No,
No,
we
We
just
haven't
said,
committed to anything, but
Other
there's a
than
necklace.
dropping her off
Sapphires
and getting
and
paid
diamonds.
credit, so we could just dump her and run
Yeah.
true.
and go, "This is your problem, love."
That'd be a short episode.
You can just up and leave if you want. You don't have to do any of it, really.
I say we just dock, we drop her off and get our money, and then we see if we can get her out later on.
What if we
Get
go
the
and
necklace.
steal the necklace and just leave it?
before it's even given to her.
Yeah.
That seems like more trouble though, because if she hands it to us in a discreet place, then that's only her seeing us take it. If we get caught trying to steal it, there's more
Steal from
risk.
an arm stealer.
Yeah.
True.
Let her be the scapegoat and just give it to us, and then we can.
Well, that's right. She can hardly tell people that it was in payment for getting her and Daniel away, can she?
Yeah. So I say we just drop
Alright.
her off, get paid, and then
Deliver her and then go from there.
yeah.
Well, when we're on the Baron's yacht, should we be investigating? As I said,
Yeah.
in the cortex, can we find a map or anything of his yacht?
Schematics.
Absolutely can.
Oh,
Cool.
let's do that.
Cool.
Please.
Okay, noting the time, we'll probably stop there for the night.
And then we know where we start.
But- Yes. Once we start, you'll be at the Rim's Dream, and I'll give you plans for the Fallujah? What's it called?
The Fallujah.
Baron. The Star Voyager, it's called. Yes, you should be able to look that up. Cool. Sound good?
Sounds excellent.
Excellent. I'll stop recording there.